Hey, I just got back from lunch. Did you finish that report yet?
Well, not exactly. Still working on it. I'm not finished just yet. I got a little sidetracked, but I will get them to you first thing this afternoon.
It is first thing this afternoon.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but I mean, I am working on
But
it. I'll have.
what do you mean that the report isn't finished yet?
I'm still in the process of working on it. I've just been a little distracted.
Distracted. Our meeting starts in an hour.
I can have it.
No. What were you doing? Were you listening to another hunting podcast again? I swear, I give the staff in this office the freedom to do whatever they want to do as long as they meet a deadline. That is the first bullet underneath your job description. Pays attention to detail and deadlines. And deadlines. Dude, are you even listening to me right now?
Welcome to episode 217 of the Whitetail Distraction Podcast. My name's Austin, and joining me in my basement, Chuck Hedland. How you doing, buddy?
Doing great, man. How are you?
I'm good. Good.
Gotta be quiet.
We're kind of in my kid's playroom.
Well, I don't want to upset the ghosts down here either.
There's no ghost down here.
That's what you think.
Oh, there's a Barbie dream house over there.
Yeah, I watched the Barbie just do a couple somersaults, so I figured it was haunted.
Sick.
Nah, we're good. We do have some ghosts sitting next to us, though. Well, one guy that looks dead.
What?
Hey, Cibelli's here.
That's mean, dude. I'm alive.
Hi, friend.
I'm alive.
I'm here. I'm a live person.
He's a real life boy. I want to be a real boy.
Okay.
All right, Eeyore. Anyways. Hey, Bill. Bill's here, too.
Oh, yeah.
Good old
Phil
Billiam.
here. Yep.
Phil's here.
Billiam.
Phil. Yeah.
What's up, boys? How we doing?
Oh, we're just doing dandy.
Doing
Yeah.
pretty good.
Oh.
We're sipping on some wine, boy.
What'd you bring over, Bill?
That is a white grape cherry.
Ooh. What's the name on this bad boy?
Tasty.
What's that?
What's the name on this bad boy?
The Joan.
Can I try some of that in that cup right
That's
there?
what's
Can
the
I try
percentage
that
on that?
9.
We bottled that about
This is
2
a
years ago.
9%. It was bottled in 04/23/2024.
Yeah.
That would be April 23rd.
Yeah, that would be 23rd, not 04.
When you said 04, I was like, what?
I was like, this is old wine.
That's an old wine.
Well, to
2
the
years.
layman, yeah. No, not to
Can
me though.
Can you get a little?
Oh, you want a little
pour
bit of
Yeah,
it?
right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that's
I want
what
to
he
try
asked.
it.
Just a little-
just
little
literally
sippy.
just a little bit.
Little sippy.
That's good.
like that.
Yeah, I just want to try it.
It is a little sweet.
Get you some, boy.
It was not this sweet when it was bottled.
That's
I like
all right.
sweet
But
wine.
now that it's settled, yeah, it's definitely sweet.
Good.
Cherry pie.
That's not. This isn't cherry pie. Anyways, we got a couple dingbats here in the basement. We got to come up with another. That doesn't sound good either. We're just sitting here in the basement.
We're moving around all over the place recently.
So when are you guys going to untie us from this basement?
when we're done with this podcast, I
All right,
told you.
all right, all right.
Yeah, my
All right.
ankles are starting to chafe.
Ah, man.
It's unfortunate.
Bill, I'm getting my wrist free. Oh, just stay there. keep feeding them wine.
They know we can hear them, right?
Keep feeding them wine. Oh, shit. Unplug me, Bill.
Wait a second. You're plugged? You're plugged?
What's going on?
Oh,
Here?
no.
Oh, God.
I just figured that out,
That's
too.
terrible. Let me try this wine.
And moving on from that,
Your pinky wasn't up.
That's fantastic.
Get
You got any more bottles of that?
I have, I think, about 6 more. We only made one case.
Oh,
So-
boy.
Yeah,
If you're willing to get rid of one more,
Yeah, it's a limited
someday down
edition
the
type
road,
of deal.
it is.
let me
now.
know.
we do have one
Small batch, they call
specific
that.
batch that we
Small
make.
batch.
Those two, the 2 batches that I started last time I was here, I ruined them.
Oh.
So those never brought to fruition.
Dude.
But
No, those were, you were talking about those. They sounded so good. I can't remember what they were.
yeah,
now.
there was a pomegranate.
Mhm.
What was it? It was a pomegranate. Blueberry pomegranate?
Peptos?
Was it blueberry
No.
pomegranate?
Yeah, I
No,
think it
it
was.
was blueberry
something-
pomegranate.
I thought it sounded way better than just blueberry
It
pomegranate.
was like a plum. Blueberry
Plum.
pomegranate.
Blueberry
It was like
plum.
It was
It
plum.
was a blueberry plum pomegranate. That's what it was.
Yeah, the plum was what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I
unfortunate.
bet you were.
It's unfortunate.
There
Shut
was
up.
another one. It was
What?
just a blueberry Concord. Like how we used to
What
make
happened?
it. I forgot about them. Yeah,
Classic error
That
in
happens.
winemaking.
Yeah.
It happens.
What
Yeah.
happens when you forget about them?
they continue to age with yeast sediment in the
Ooh.
bottom, and it starts to get an off flavor. So I could siphon it. It's still good to drink. It's just going to have an off flavor.
It's just moonshine now.
Kind of off flavor.
The yeast will die after about 14%, so it won't actually ferment past that unless you start to distill it, and that's where you get the shine.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
There you go.
Cool.
Having a moment of silence
Sorry.
for that yeast.
Sorry.
Yeah, and moment of silence for the plum. All right. Back to it then. Hey, before we get too deep into this one, because we got some nice deer stories down the road.
We do.
I'm telling you some good ones. Which Austin
Do we?
hasn't heard any of these, has he?
I haven't intentionally.
Oh my God, this is
Bill
so
tried to tell me, and I was like, "Wait, we're gonna have a podcast." I've been doing that
Hold up.
this whole year,
Wait a minute.
and I love it.
Just remember the man on the rock.
Man on the
Ooh.
rock.
He's
Okay.
he's the central to this whole story.
Man on the rock. Just remember that. That's going to be the theme.
It's going to be the
Okay.
name of his next little batch.
That's
of
probably
wine.
the title of this episode, The Man on the Rock.
Man,
Man on the
I
rock.
like it. I like it.
He means a lot.
Okay.
It's-
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
very
you'll see.
important.
So before we get into that, let's get into the biz, shall we?
Yeah. What is Cibelli wearing?
He's wearing some scree gear.
It's not Kuyu.
That's that
Oh,
Tarmagan.
you son of a
that
bitch.
Tarmagan.
I love
That's
that coat.
That's the 850 down
Well, it's,
Tarmagan top
it's probably
jacket.
810 since I've lost some of it, and it's got a bunch of patches. Yeah, I got some patches
That's
on my
kids
arm.
why you don't push through briar patches with a down
Nah,
jacket
nah, nah,
puffy
nah.
on.
This is true.
Hey, kids,
Come on.
be heroes. All right, just live your life.
This is why I'll never be remembered. Is that right?
Yeah,
This is why they have a lifetime
No,
warranty.
no.
That too. Which your zippers and everything look intact, but I don't think they cover stupid.
Well, I mean, I've already covered them up myself, so it's
Actually, yeah.
yeah, we're all right.
That's all right.
What's that tape called? Stuff works great on that material.
You told me
I know,
get
and I
it?
totally forget. Do you know what it's called? It's
I
like a
don't.
fabric tape.
I've never had to use it.
it's
Graybeard's
unbelievable.
one, I believe.
I wear
that-
mine underneath a soft shell, so I
Yeah.
don't have to deal with
Yeah,
that.
no, we just go straight Tarmy to the
Well, when
thorns.
I bought this one,
The old Tarmy Army.
Mhm.
I bought this one. It had a couple little tear. I bought it from that guy, like secondhand.
Yeah, man.
It had a couple little tears, and I patched it with the same tape, and it looked really good. But whatever. You can get it on Amazon. It's awesome stuff, and it works great for that material.
Mhm.
Just a little
Not a
FYI.
sponsor,
Yeah, definitely not.
Soon though.
But Scree is.
but Scree is. Great brand. Great
good,
people.
Good time of year for the Ptarmigan. The Guardian series is always a big hit.
Heck yeah.
Sounds like they may be or may not be at the Great American Outdoor Show again this upcoming
I'm
year.
hoping
We
they
don't
are.
know for sure, but it sounds like they could be. And if that's the case, you can come try it all on.
I got a couple things I want to try on.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Who knows what else is around the corner for new material. So,
Yeah.
that me must have been.
That's okay.
Yeah, come on, Chuck.
Okay, screw you. Also, today, announcement from Hunt Arsenal is they're going to drop new carbon sticks.
Oh, baby.
Have you seen the
Yep.
teaser?
No.
It's on socials.
I'm feeling behind right now, and I'm sad.
Yeah, they just kind of teased it. But for 2026, there's some carbon sticks coming. Or there's a new saddle, maybe.
I saw that there might be a new saddle.
New stuff coming.
Very exciting stuff.
Yeah, so check
Fabulous
out-
company also.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to ATA this year because I feel like there's gonna be a lot coming down
Yeah.
the pipe.
Yeah.
Speaking of new products coming in 2026, VPA also announced some new designs and new products coming as well.
Good googly moogly, man.
So
I
they're
love
expanding
VPA.
their line as well.
That's so exciting.
Which, if you ever want to try to discount, with any of our partners, try the code WDP. Maybe it works. Maybe it doesn't.
True. This is
I know.
true.
I know it works for Scree and it works for VPA.
Yeah.
Just WDP.
Beautiful. You
So-
know what else there is?
Yes, I do.
Back 40 Eco.
That's right.
Probably not the best time to seed right now with all the snow on the ground, but
What?
they're there.
You're watering it.
You're watering it. Exactly. Yeah. Take our advice.
Automatic water.
Automatic water.
Seed to snow contact is 100% right now.
Code distraction 10.
It's 10% off. Hey,
I love
you
those
can never
guys.
you can never work too early and get your seed and get ahead of the crowd and get prepared for the upcoming frost seeding.
This is
With
true.
your
This is
clover
true.
and your chicory blends and all that good stuff.
And guaranteed they'll be a Great American Outdoor Show.
Yeah, they're always there.
Always good dudes. Go talk to them. You're going to love them. I love them.
Fantastic human beings.
And also
For
the
sure.
only podcast we've done where the guests were 100% at a fire,
That is true.
which was fabulous.
Outside by fire, which makes me very jealous. By the way, we still got to get with them guys and
Yeah.
meet up and do a podcast or
I
something.
agree.
I think that's it, isn't it?
That's it for the biz.
That's the biz. Not missing any.
VIP.
VIP. Yeah, we are missing one.
We are.
VIP broadheads.
Baddest in the business, man.
Innovative products.
Last week, I put liquid paper on a bee. It died.
It died.
I hate you guys so much.
Freddy Krueger blood, man.
I just don't like you guys really at all.
Hey, no one can do ads like we do ads,
I guess if you
right?
sure.
That just comes from the heart.
That just makes me want to shotgun a beer.
You know we
Well,
trust our
do it.
products.
I now have those
Yeah.
broadheads as well.
That's true. You're shooting.
Oh, yeah,
He's
hey,
shooting the
so, hey,
125 grand. Just don't even start.
As a quick story,
Let's not.
I'm now down 6
That's
arrows
so not true.
because of Chuck trying to figure out how to change my inserts.
What?
he's lying. First off,
No, I'm
you're
I'm not.
lying.
Am I though?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm down
2 arrows.
2 arrows from Chuck trying to figure out how to change my inserts.
So I tried to heat up his arrow and his insert to get it out.
Mhm.
You twisted the carbon.
Yeah.
It shattered. Yeah. You have to be real careful.
Yeah.
Are they
So-
epoxied in or are they hot melted in?
Oh, those fuckers got to be epoxy.
That does not work with heat.
Does not work.
But, hey,
Right?
Hey, we found out after
So
2.
so now granted I got him out. It came out, but the arrow was destroyed. Okay. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, this works. So I kind of talked to the guys a little bit
And then
about
I'm
some other
standing there.
theories and other ways of doing it.
It can't
in
be
the
tight if it's
Patreon
liquid.
group. And they were like, well, you can boil water and dip it in the boiling water and spin it and then do the same thing. And I'm trying that right at the house. I'm pulling out. He's like, I saw they said they twisted it when they pulled.
Oh, first of all, I don't. Can we alter the tone of the voice there? I didn't sound like that.
I saw the thing twisted when
No.
they pull it out. Is that better?
It's a little bit more lore accurate, I guess.
It's kind of more like, first time you have to twist it when you pull.
Bill, you're not helping.
SpongeBob. So I'm like, all right, let me try that. Sure. Whatever. It's his arrows. He's sitting there. It's his theory. It's his process, right? We're doing the boiling. That's what he wanted to do. So I'm pulling it. It won't come out. It won't come out. I'm like, all right, let me try it. Pop. I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, well, maybe that's just the insert breaking loose. And I look up the arrow shaft like 10 inches. And
Mhm. Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's go to what Sean told me to do. And we took a drill bit, put it in the backside of the arrow, and you just whip the arrow.
Interesting.
And it fucking worked.
Which I'm going to be honest, watching him do it, I'm going, well, there goes arrow 3, and just watching him swing it. And then slowly but surely you watch the insert coming out, and I'm going, all right, well, it's working. Well, now it's just going to fly out the top, and he's going to lose like a giant chunk of like the tile in his kitchen, which
I did not.
nah, he didn't. It's
I
surprising.
stayed right on the carpet.
That
And
sounds
I
like an
got-
outdoor activity. I'm not going to lie.
Well, you would have lost all kinds of shit, though, outside.
Yeah, this
You know, it was
this one at
night.
least just ricocheted off a couple walls.
Yeah,
and
it would
we
just
found
bounce around the
Yeah.
kitchen, and we'd always found it.
Yeah, so your boy got 5 arrows now
Okay.
with some new inserts, and I gotta redo my.
You're good. What?
I gotta go to the range and.
Oh,
figure
yeah,
out
you
my
got to reset
distances.
your sight in, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
That's
so
okay.
we hooked him up
Yeah.
with
We can figure it out.
we took out his standard inserts. He just had the standard Easton inserts in, and we put in 75 grain brass inserts.
Beautiful.
And then we upped his 100 grain broadhead that he was using, this junk ass broadhead.
Excuse me, sir.
Junk ass broadhead.
I killed-
And we upgraded it to
Whoa.
a 3-blade VPA
Ooh, beauty.
solid construction 125 grain.
I mean, they do look like Tomahawk missiles. I'll give
Because
them
they
that.
are
Yeah, dude.
Now, I'm gonna preface that my Grim Reapers.
garbage.
I
Yeah.
killed.
Reapers.
Excuse me, sir. I killed multiple deer this year with those Grim Reapers.
Yeah. Do I need to bring it up?
We'll eventually get to that
Okay.
story.
All right. Don't
It-
make me bring it up.
It failed to kill one deer. That's all right, but
Just saying.
they work to anybody that just wants to get started off the street like I did, and you go to Fin Feather and off the shelf. That's
It just sounds like you're wasting your money and time.
well,
You could buy a VIP or VPA and for the same cost and do just as good. Yeah, 100%. Actually, a lot better.
we'll see what the. We'll see. We'll see. We have to run through some tests. We got to do
Yeah.
some
Any
field
field
work.
So now we've added 100 grains.
Yeah, probably around there.
Mm-hmm.
total to his setup.
Oh, buddy, you're gonna be in the business now.
Yeah,
Your boy gonna be whipping them.
because I think now he'll be right around 513 total weight,
Beautiful. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
which would be good.
Yeah, now I'm in a tree too this year, so
You're gonna
I'm
be shooting a
gonna be
refrigerator.
killing them.
Uh huh.
Schlinging. I like it. I'm proud of you for getting in a tree, buddy.
Yay.
Proud
And
of you.
I got to see a lot of deer this year.
That's awesome.
Hey, and what were you sitting in again this year? What saddle was that?
I was sitting in an Arsenal.
Yes, you were.
Little Cloud Infinity.
Just the Cloud.
Oh,
Mistake purchase.
Yeah, I accidentally ordered the wrong one, and it showed up, and I was like, Chuck, this doesn't look like yours. I was like,
that's
I'm
a
pretty
great
sure-
saddle, though.
pretty-
Dude.
yeah, oh, yeah,
that's
it's
a great saddle
For somebody that's like, I have a really, really shitty low back. I had no issues at all this year, other than
Mhm.
like once I found like a good kind of, setup in the tree with like knee pads and stuff like that. Like I could, ease onto the tree, stand up, do all kinds of little motions all over the place to kind of keep myself from, getting fatigued. But it was a blast.
Hell yeah.
Going from seeing like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 deer last year and the year prior hunting from the ground to, I told Chuck, I had to have seen 100 deer this year.
That's perfect.
Like I
dude.
hunted a ton. I purposely tried to get into a tree as often as I could just so that I could get practice.
Awesome.
And I saw so many deer. It was insane. And I missed a lot of deer.
Yeah, well,
And I, screwed up draws on a lot of deer. And I figured it out. I figured it out early season.
Good.
Like,
Good.
good learning curve.
Yeah. I definitely should have a couple more tags filled, but it was definitely a fun year getting up there.
I'm proud of you, man. That's
Shouldn't
awesome.
we all? Shouldn't we all? We should all have more tags filled, other than maybe one person here.
I don't archery hunt,
whoa.
so makes it a little bit
you will, boy.
little different.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get you there.
Heck yeah.
Left-handed bow.
Yeah, I mean the left-handed really gums things up a little bit.
Not really. That's
They
where
make
you find-
lefties.
and they're always cheaper.
Everything's cheaper when it's left-handed.
That's true.
It's always cheaper.
We got you right where we want you.
Oh yeah.
You
Hey, I'm
Well,
not opposed.
southpaw.
I'm not
Yeah.
opposed.
Yeah, dude.
I'm actually ambidextrous. It really doesn't matter what bow I shoot.
What's your dominant eye?
my
Brown eye. See, yeah, I got your ass. Let me pour myself some water.
Yeah, maybe you should have some water.
Let me get some little bit of water here.
Half that bottle's gone.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I was a little thirsty when we showed up.
That's hilarious.
yeah, I think my left eye is dominant. Whichever
You ever did the
hand
test?
goes with the eye.
Never did the
No,
test?
I did. Whichever eye goes with my left hand.
What? I don't know that test.
Yeah, what are you saying?
If your left eye dominant, if you use your left hand, your right eye dominant if you use your right hand.
It's not true.
Yeah, I don't think that's real.
Pretty sure that's true.
It's not true.
Pretty sure it is.
Do you want to do the test?
I just made it up, so I don't remember.
It's a true story I just made up.
Dang it.
Got him again.
You do the one over there. Do the
You guys-
one.
What are you guys, Dallas
On the
Diamond
left
Page?
eye.
What's
No.
going on here?
Left
Oh,
eye.
I see what you're doing. No, you put both eyes open and you make a triangle and you put the one in the center of the triangle and then you close one eye, and if it's still there, that's your dominant eye.
If you just
Wait, what?
find something in the distance, right?
I see what you're
Bring
saying.
it back to your face.
Same thing.
It'll naturally
done that?
drag to the
No.
eye that you're using.
What are you talking about? I've got
If you
shitty
pick-
eyes, though, so it doesn't
Well, if
matter.
you pick something small across the room, like this one on the register over here, I keep telling you to put,
That's a one?
and you put your hands out as far as you can, and you make a little hole and you put it in there, right? And then you
Ew.
close your left eye. It's still there. If you close my right eye, it's gone.
Yeah.
It means I'm right eye dominant.
This seems like witchcraft.
It
Bill.
makes
I don't know
sense.
if I...
It's a true story. I mean, I've seen guys switch from right-handed to left-handed bows because they didn't know their
Bill, let's just put it this
dominant
way.
eye.
Bill, if I can shoot deer with a bow out of a tree,
Anybody can, yeah, no, I know that for sure.
He has no doubt.
You son of a
I have no
bitch.
doubt that is a factual statement.
Sorry, dude. I mean, you had a good year, though.
I mean,
You
I've
did
shot,
have a good year.
I've shot the most buck in this room.
Oh, my
This year.
gosh.
Whoa.
He shot all bucks. He's
Whoa.
a button buck slayer, dude.
Oh, I killed every
Scumbag.
button buck that came near me. It wasn't even a question.
Scumbag.
So here's the
Right.
issue. If you're a deer,
He already said his eyesight's terrible.
my eyes aren't the best. All right, so if you're a deer and you're coming in last light, 10 minutes left, which every deer that I shot this year
Mhm.
did,
And who's on your shoulder?
you're getting it. That's all.
Oh, buddy.
If it looks flat,
You're going to get no shade from me.
it's
Wait,
got
hey,
to
listen.
go.
When that deer's coming in, who's on your shoulder going?
Oh, it's a little Chuck just going
Shoot him! Shoot him!
every single time.
I shot a button buck this year, too, dude. There's no telling.
Luckily, I didn't. I passed one this year, though.
Yeah, no, I got 3. Yeah. Yeah, they all died. They're in the freezer.
They don't really count, though.
They taste delicious, though.
Yeah, they
oh,
do.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I'd had very easy drags this year. They were all smaller button bucks, just perfect, just prime.
So this reminds me of a story from Christmas. My wife's uncle was over, and apparently his girlfriend is allergic to buck meat. Breaks out in hives. She can eat deer meat. She can't eat buck meat. Like bad. Gets like bad reaction to bucks only. Is there something with the testosterone in the...
Strictly buck meat.
Strictly a male genitalia.
All right.
Meat.
Made some weird hand gestures there.
This is what I was told.
I'm not a doctor.
Isn't that wild?
This doesn't sound real, but I don't want to doubt it.
Yeah, it doesn't even sound
She's eating
plausible.
meat like all the time.
I'll tell you what
deer
though. I feel that because at one point I could only eat female shrimp. No.
Damn you.
All right, dude. You know, I just pass it along. A funny story.
That is wild.
No.
That
Yeah.
is wild.
I don't know.
That's crazy. I have a...
I'd like to test the theory. Maybe she's allergic to all meat now. Maybe she got bit by the Lone Star tick or
That's
something.
kind of what I'm thinking. There's
That's all
a
red
term
meats.
for it too, and I'm not positive what it is.
So,
Alpha gal.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
wait, what's it called?
Yeah, alpha gal.
Alpha gal.
You just made that...
That's
not make
no,
it
I'm
up.
looking
Nope.
at that right
It's-
now, but
it's
that's
real.
all red meat.
It's all
That's
red
not
meat,
just
though, right? It's not just deer meat.
specifically
You
buck.
sure? It
Correct.
sounds like a Harry Potter curse or something.
It sounds like it.
I'll fuck out.
No, it's true. Yeah. No, alpha gal is it's a real thing, and it's,
Yeah, no, sometimes
it's crazy.
it's kind of weird. Like I have a buddy that
You can't
just recently within the last like month or so got back into archery hunting, and I told him all the gear that he should buy. Actually, that Chuck, I'd reached out to Chuck and I was like, hey, what should I tell him to get started
Hey,
with?
Murph.
And I basically just gave him all the links to everything Arsenal, and he went out and bought the
Use our
whole
code?
suite. Yeah,
nice.
he went out and bought the whole suite of stuff. But what's funny is that he had hunted his whole life, and then up until just recently, when he kind of got back into it, he found out that he's like allergic to deer fur.
Oh yeah, you were telling me this.
Yeah, like he just went to like go touch his face and just was like, it just instantly swelled up. And
I'm allergic to him also.
are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Like that bad? Or
Oh,
just-
dude, if I got one or anything like that, if I'm touching them and I touch my eyes, oh, I'm done.
Really?
Oh yeah, especially if I have contacts in. Oh my gosh.
But is it like a specific deer allergy, or is it just
No,
like
I'm just allergic to the world, bro.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like everything they test for when they test you for allergies, I'm allergic to.
They're like, sir, we've stopped the
Except
test.
for you, Murph.
I should probably be in a bubble right now.
That's all right.
Murphy's non-allergenic.
That's why
Big old
we have
dog.
Murph.
That's right. Murph, get out from
Murph.
under the table.
Dog's
Lay
really
down,
enjoying my
bro.
crotch right now.
Lay
A
down,
dog
bro.
the size of the table just appeared and is now requesting, not even requesting, demanding pets.
Yeah,
he was
from
supposed to
Puck.
be 60 pounds.
Well,
Oh,
that's
my.
that's
think he
what I can
overshot.
see. Yeah,
Yeah.
just from the
Someone-
size of his leg.
Someone grossly messed that up.
Murph, get out of here, dude.
He got 60 pounds in
Or
his
just
tail.
lay down. Lay down. Anyway, Murph made another appearance. Hey, buddy.
Yeah, boy.
Honorary co-host.
That's 2 in a row now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Murph.
Murph,
What's up,
good
bro?
for you, buddy.
Okay. Go lay
I
down.
appreciate
I love
you.
No, he kind of looks like a button buck.
Get out of here.
Come
that
on,
dog's
man.
running through the woods after
Oh, no. Anything
10
the,
minutes to last
the
light.
last 10,
Yeah.
15 minutes of light, if I see you walking through the woods, you're getting it.
You leave my boy alone.
There was a couple pheasant hunters earlier on in the season, too, that were walking out, and I was like,
Take
they
the
look
shot.
like they got some slick tops.
You know, we once said on this podcast that we shoot at people, so you better be careful
On public land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That was a review from a real hunter.
I can verify
Yeah.
that all of my deer killed this year were public land deer. So
Wow.
if you're a pheasant hunter, yeah, just get out the woods a
That
little
one
early.
was
Huh?
pushing the line.
Well, they all are usually.
Would you care for a soda pop?
Oh, hand that man a
yeah,
coat.
There you go. Absolutely.
My bad.
Dang, good for you.
Absolutely.
I kept telling you to shoot that one out of that guy's yard. You just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, so there was a spot that I kept frequenting over and over again. I could not get the deer. I needed them like 15 yards further, like closer to me.
To be on the public.
To be on public.
Yeah.
I was hunting just basically the edge of where I knew these deer were coming out every night, going in every day. And I ended up seeing that was the first legal buck that I saw this year was in this dude's yard. They would just come out, but they would hug the tree line,
Oh, yeah.
literally 10 yards into this dude's yard. And I was just in the trees, just in the shadows, just like, come on, just a little bit closer. Come on. I'll just send
Just itching, dude.
I dare you to just get a little closer. And every night I was sending him and some of my other buddies like polos and Snapchats. Every night I'd watch literally 24, almost sometimes like 30 deer just come out of the bottom of this dude's yard, work their way up the hill, just go across the street or go up into like some of his upper yard. Every night they'd come out and not, you would think finally one of them out of literally sometimes 24 deer would just walk that 10 to 15 extra yards I needed it to into the tree line. And they held just.
They can read the boundary line, whether
God.
you know that or not.
Well, good for you for doing the right thing.
Yeah. I've
Screw
seen
me
that.
for doing that. I should have just sent
I've
it.
seen deer back in when my younger days look up at the boundary line when they were about to wander on the public and then like turn their head and walk right down the line.
I mean, it was definitely clear as day, like where the public and his private was, because when they ended up just recently taking down a bunch of trees and like redefining the line,
Yeah.
and they just, it looked like bulldozers just pushed all the down trees right where the line is.
Oh, it's a hard edge then.
It was kind of a hard edge. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
but there were some spots where, like, if they wanted to, they
You
could
can go in and out.
Yeah, they could very easily go in and out. It wasn't like crazy bad.
Yeah.
And every spot I was sitting in or I climbed were just little acorn flats. I'm just sitting there going, "Oh, these guys are toast."
They want to.
They're 100% because every time I'd go in, there'd be a bunch of feeding sign, and you could follow the trails everywhere. Just for whatever reason, days I went, they just refused and just taunted me.
We
from
didn't get
this
any
dude's
deer
yard.
out there this year, did we?
No.
I missed that one.
No, I got
archery.
one.
Oh, yeah, you did
Yeah,
get
I
that
got
one.
one 2B. Yeah,
Are you sure?
that was the
Okay.
first one I got.
Did you hit one out there and not recover it this year?
Yeah, I'm not gonna blame the broadhead.
You hit something.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
another. Literally every deer I shot at this year was like 10-15 minutes of shooting light left, and a doe came out, and it was one of those things where you knew exactly 15 minutes prior where every hole, like every shooting lane you had, and then it's like, I'm pretty sure that was open there, and then I sent it, and last second you could just see the knock go, just like it hit something and skimmed. It skimmed just high enough where it hit like skimmed over its back, and I ended up I called him and I was like, I'm following a little bit of blood, but there's almost nothing on the arrow. There was just a tiny bit of blood on the broadhead, a little bit of a blood trail to like some really, really thick stuff, which I ended up getting lost in, which sucked. Then I lost my headlamp. But
Did you ever recover it?
no, it's still there.
No,
Yeah.
it's still there.
I mean, to be honest, I probably could go back now that probably most everything's dead there now.
You
Yeah.
probably find it.
Yeah.
Wait till the snow melts.
Oh, I was so mad.
Yeah.
Because it started raining. And
Was that your headlamp I found the other morning?
no, I wish.
Dude, the first arrow I let go this year too.
Did it really? Like,
It was
bad?
right before dark, man.
Had a
It was
couple
a
of those.
terrible
Oh,
deflection.
mine hit like a 1.5 feet just before the deer and just
Yep.
instant, just like upturn. And I
Mine was
just-
tracking. I was watching it. It was tracking, then it just went.
I mean, which I'll take. I'll take that over like
Yeah,
Oh,
I had a
shitty
clean
hit.
mess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It went so far though, dude. I had to walk so far. It just like cruised. It didn't hit
I know.
anything when it flew the like 80 yards away.
Chuck was like, "What happened to your arrow?" I was like, "I watched it tumble like 42 times." So I was like, "I can see my arrow."
Oh man.
We went back to Game Lands. What was that? The last weekend? Yeah, Saturday. We went back there Saturday after Christmas, and dude, it's like red dawn, right? I got the red light on, and I'm walking in,
Oh, yeah.
and there's this huge down tree. I mean, this tree's got to be over 100 feet long, and it's huge.
It's ancient.
Massive. Okay, and we're like, all right, you go right around it or left around it? Normally we go right around it. I start going, and I look up, and there's two sets of eyes just blinking at me, staring at me, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like,
I go, "Chuck, shoot him."
I was like, so do we just
Shoot
go
'em.
ayou them? He's like, yeah, I think we just go around.
If
So
you
like,
just act like you don't see them.
oh no, we would have had to walk over them.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. No, they
Oh,
were.
they were right there.
in the
They were right-
path.
They were
like,
literally
yeah.
there.
There was no option. We
There
were going
was-
to barter
wow.
with them to get past.
Yeah, we were gonna offer him Cibelli's headlamp, but he had already
Son of a
lost.
bitch. It's too soon, Chuck.
That's hilarious.
I had already seen a bolt stuck into a log walking in, someone's headlamp, bright eyes all over. And then there's two sets of eyes here for deer. So we start going left. We're going to go around the tree. And we get to about where the tops of the tree, and there's a bunch of shit there. And I'm like, I don't know. And I look up, and there's another set of eyes staring at us. I'm like, dude, what the hell?
Well, you were in them early.
Oh, we were in
Oh,
them.
dude, they were. And then every 2 steps, Chuck was going. I felt like there was like a 3-year-old guy to me because he took another 5 steps and was like, "Ooh, a mouse." Then he took another 5 steps here. "Ooh, a rabbit." And I'm just like,
Dude, all the animals were around us. I thought I was at a petting
I'm looking
zoo.
at his headlamp, and there's literally just there goes a mouse, there goes a rabbit, there goes something else, and then there were eyes everywhere.
Oh my
We
god!
crawled through the tree and we get up on the other side and we're like, in my mind, I'm thinking, dude, 15 minutes we can shoot these things. But he's like, wow, maybe we just go another 100 yards up to our spot. I'm like, yeah, you're right. We get up, we start coming up the hill, and there's another set of eyes. But this one's like up, looking at us,
Oh yeah.
walking back and forth, just
There's a
staring
neighbor.
at us. I don't know if it was acting like a buck. It was a bigger deer all by
It was
itself.
definitely a bigger deer. It looked like a buck.
And it just walked off. It didn't blow or anything.
Huh?
We
You
sat
could kind
there.
of silhouette it a little bit against the
Yeah.
like the
Like I could make out the body of
Yeah,
the deer,
yeah.
but I couldn't make out the head with the bright eyes.
had a little bit of a thicker neck.
It was just acting bucky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Bill?
Oh, yeah, I know about acting Bucky.
Tell us, please.
Well, it involves the story with the man on the rock. So
Well, let's.
We can't get
Yeah,
there
we're
yet.
not-
No,
once we get there.
we can't
we
get
got to
there
ease
yet.
into rifle. We're
Yeah,
still
let's,
in.
Let's
in
slow.
archery.
Let's
Yeah,
slow
yeah.
play this.
Yeah,
All
come
right?
on now.
So, anyways, basically, we sat and walked around all day long, and we never saw a deer live, other than maybe Cibelli thinks he saw a gray butt.
Oh
stand
yeah, no.
up.
The only time that Chuck
What?
gets up to move, he's like, "I gotta go shit," and I'm like, "All right."
It wasn't that time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's fine. Well, it happens so often. I run them together. But he went to go get up just to go 50 yards a little bit away from me to look down over this ledge. And the second he starts to walk and turns, I look up and I just see the back half of a deer just stand up in some real thick shit. I'm going, I'm trying to make noises that are not human noises, but I'm going,
Yeah.
and he finally hears me.
Oh, I got
turns
those
around.
stupid
Oh.
walkers in my ears.
I've never met somebody who
Oh,
makes
here
as
we go.
much noise in the woods as Chuck.
Oh, it's Chuck? Yeah.
My God.
He's for anybody that's listening, go watch old school Looney Tunes of the Tasmanian
That's
Devil
it.
starting to
That's
wind
it.
up. That's what Chuck sounds like in the woods at all times.
We hit first light, and then he's sitting
Great
there.
company.
He's kicking leaves
Oh,
still.
God, don't ever say that again.
He's kicking leaves. He's
Gross.
ruffling fucking wrappers in his
Oh, yeah,
pocket.
yeah.
And he's
He's got zebra cakes in his hand at all
he's
times.
No.
he's moving his jacket around. He's unzipping, he's zipping and zipping and unzipping and zipping and unzipping, and he's taking his backpack off and digging through his backpack. And I'm just
Uh-huh.
dude, I've
does it
never
on
met
purpose.
anybody who makes as much noise in the woods as you. But I've also never met anybody who's killed as many deer as
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't understand how.
No. He does it whenever
Sounds
he's.
like deer walking.
No,
And then
no,
about
no.
10 minutes later, he goes, I make a lot of noise, but I think it's because I have these ear blockers in.
Yeah. No, speaking from experience that I used to get made fun of when I first started hunting because I wore big headsets for my ears. When you have electronic hearing pro-am, your short range hearing is dick.
Non-existent.
You
yeah.
can't if you're touching if your noise is coming off of your clothes or you're touching something close to you, you can't hear it. The mid and slightly farther range stuff you can pick up well, but then once you get to another certain point, directional stuff is just up in the air. Because there was a couple times where Chuck was like, "Hey, did you hear that? Where'd that come from?" And I'm like, "It's clearly coming from that direction, Chuck." And he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I knew that, yeah." And he's looking the complete 180 the other direction.
I had one ear in and one ear out, so everything I heard sounded like it was coming from the one ear out that I wasn't wearing in the walkers, my
Mhm.
actual hearing. So it sounded like it was coming from over here. And I was like, hey, what direction that come from? Just out of curiosity. He's like, that way, 11 o'clock. I was like, oh, so not 3 o'clock. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I put it back in, and the next two noises I heard,
Yeah,
and I
I'm sure you
confirmed. I
did.
was like, that was
Yeah.
over here, right? He's like,
Well,
It was over here,
the
right?
moral
Yeah.
of the story is you buy a suppressor for every caliber like I have. And then you don't wear hearing protection
No.
in the wood. No?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or you can
I
just
have-
be deaf like me and just
No. I
bang away with everything.
I started to get deaf
I have
quite
2 more
quickly.
days.
Oh, yeah, for the suppressor net
I think
tax.
the moral of the
Yeah.
story is actually make less noise in the woods.
No.
think that's
no.
why
Why? We
think
killed deer.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of loud too, Bill, and I
Like
did all right
quieter
this year.
snacks.
I'm going
at
to defend
least.
myself here for a second.
Quieter
Okay? 'Cause
snacks
this is
at least.
BS. All right.
I remember you being
didn't-
quiet. I've hunted with you quite a few
Right.
times.
I
Well,
can
no, you're
be
deaf.
quiet.
You couldn't hear the noises.
I couldn't hear him.
That has to be it.
Shut your mouth.
He's
when
like,
I
man,
talk."
Chuck was real quiet today. He's just
Shut your mouth when I talk.
Just
has tinnitus, and you just hear,
It's bad. I got that right before we
I hear
sat
that
down.
right now. I have horrible tinnitus.
Yeah.
Right before we
Yeah.
sat down, it got me.
oh, do you actually have tinnitus?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
bad.
Get out of
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I
Come
hear.
on, Bill.
Jesus. I have hearing aids. I'm
What a
deaf.
wild guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it's
man,
bad.
Come on, Bill.
Well, now I feel bad.
That's
Made
a good
fun of
listen,
the
some more
disabled.
wine. I'll be all
Bill walked in with
I do that every time I make fun of
58
Cibelli
layers
anyway, so it
on.
doesn't matter.
Okay, he's sweating.
right. Okay.
Remember we were walking in that first
It's a
morning.
man
right?
after my
We'll-
own heart.
You know what? We'll come back to this, but I will defend myself because I was putting layers on. The biggest issue I had is I had snacks in my
Uh-huh.
scree vest pockets.
Heck
You know,
yeah.
the front vest pockets
He's
on
a
the
vending machine
scree.
in the woods.
It's
I had all the
crazy.
snacks.
What
Dude,
you have in there?
Dispenses
come
toilet
on.
paper.
You know what I had in there.
Oh yeah.
Pop-Tarts,
Oh yeah.
Nutty Buddies.
Unfrosted blueberry.
I don't know what they were,
No,
to
no,
be
no, no,
honest.
no,
They
no.
were,
He
no, they were
forgot the
frosted.
Nutty
Yeah,
Buddies.
yeah.
He forgot the Nutty
Oh.
No, I
Buddies.
didn't.
That first entrance into the woods, you forgot the Nutty Buddies.
I don't think I
You
did.
got them the second time.
Are you sure?
I'm like
Well, then they were just Pop-Tarts.
49% positive.
I'm a Nutty
All right,
Buddy guy
49 's
as
pretty
well,
strong.
but I can verify that yes,
Murphy wanted to say something.
that yesterday in the woods,
He must kissed you.
I had 2 Nutty Buddies over the course of 9 hours hunting,
Dude,
and I only saw 2 to 3 doe early in the morning when I bumped them, and that was it.
you're lucky you saw that. It was 50-mile-an-hour winds
Yes.
in 14 degrees
When my bloodlust calls,
with
I go to the
spitting
woods.
sideways snow rock pellets.
That was not an ideal day.
It was not a day to be in the woods.
No, I'll tell you what though, it was like, once again, like all the gear that we use like keeps us warm. Like I fell asleep for, like 20, 25 minutes, 1 or 2
Well, no,
times
you
while I
didn't
was out
see
there.
any deer.
I woke up, dude. I was literally, it just like iglooed itself over me, and I was like, "The hell am I right now?" I was like, "What's going on?"
Insulation.
Yeah, it was just perfectly like snowed on me because it was just coming in sideways.
It was terrible.
So I was just trying to find like you texted me. I was just
Mhm.
trying to find faces of terrain that just wasn't getting absolutely assaulted by the snow. Didn't help. There were all the deer were dead, so
yeah, that part doesn't help either.
they were all subterranean at that point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But snacks make noise, and I will take that over not having snacks.
It's okay.
So
Nutty
true.
Buddies is just such a wild choice of snack.
What?
They attract deer.
dude.
What do you mean?
Is that factual?
Naturally, yes.
Yeah.
The amount
yeah.
of
Nutty
deer,
Buddies? Are you out of your mind?
It's
Dude.
like magic, dude.
the amount of
Black
deer that
magic.
have been killed with a Nutty Buddy
I would say
present,
the second would either be a cosmic brownie or a zebra cake.
and I don't fuck with those, so I don't know.
But you have to have a backup.
Oh, I mess with
Pop-Tarts.
I mess with some other
Pop-Tarts.
stuff.
All right. Well, Pop
my
Tarts is your
backup.
backup. Zebra
Yeah.
cakes are my backup.
I'm a big Werther's original guy.
Well,
That's what I always.
Give them a couple crinkles now and again.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I
leaves
learned that
moving.
from you.
But there's something about Nutty Buddies, dude. Like, we started this trend on the game lands
yes.
way back when we go early season, and we would sit there, and I'm not kidding you, dude. The amount of times, like, we sat all morning
It was
that one
uncanny.
morning, and we didn't see a single deer. We start breaking open the Nutty Buddies. Now we're sitting probably 15 feet apart from each other, maybe not even, maybe 10 feet in 2 different trees up in our saddles. Actually, back then it was platforms and
was-
stands, wasn't
It
it?
was stands, dude.
Yeah, it was the XOPs.
Yeah.
Nutty Buddies come out, boom, deer are coming. They're coming. So I don't know. I've had to literally put Nutty Buddies down
Yeah.
and shoot deer before. It's crazy. Doesn't make any sense, but it makes sense.
It's magical.
Well, wait. So
60% of the time it works every time.
you said you did get something early on in the season then in archery?
I didn't shoot one early in archery, no.
Oh, okay.
I missed one early in archery because of that deflection.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
It was just a doe.
Yeah, it was a doe. There was a pile of them.
You want to bring up bad memories or
I had a
what?
hard
dude?
time
I'm going to
picking.
bring up. I have my bad memories too.
All right, let's hear 'em.
My
I also-
early
I
season
also
was
have bad
nuts
memories.
with deer, dude.
Was it really?
It was nuts. I was covered up every single night. I had to wait in the stand multiple nights, like
Why'd you
late
kill any some
to
bitches?
get down.
Why'd you
I
kill-
got a spot you can go.
No, I said, why'd you kill all these some bitches?
It was hot early on
Oh,
in the
okay.
season. It was hot.
It's all right.
I was hunting a specific buck early
That's
in
okay.
the season.
Yeah, see, I'm not like that. The second that something comes underneath me, it dies. So,
If you
Or at
had
least I try
seen
to
this
kill
buck, you would have.
Yeah,
oh, I've
a couple good ones.
There was
Yeah.
a couple big ones.
Couple big ones.
I got in front of a couple good ones this year.
Well, let's
But-
freaking hear
but
about
once
it,
again,
man.
that was
We're here.
because
You're here for a
I've-
reason.
Yeah.
finally in a tree.
Get in there.
Yeah.
What was nice? I mean, it's just being able to, and I'm not.
It's a whole new world.
I'm not climbing high. I've only got 3 sticks.
You don't have to get high.
So, and I wasn't even like spacing them far. Like just because at first I was nervous on like how high I wanted to get and stuff like that. So I'm only like 10, 12 feet off the ground.
probably.
That's
max.
perfect, dude. You don't
Yeah.
need to get
So I
higher
mean,
than that.
like,
That's where I like to be.
yeah, that's like the perfect height for what I was doing. Because most of the time they either didn't see me. I did get to see a couple cool times where they finally just smelled me out, where they would go to the tree that I first walked up and thought about climbing. Then they followed me to the tree that I did climb, and then they do that like slow movie, like look up the
my
tree.
God.
And they're like, "What are you doing up there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sorry, bud." But no, I got to see a ton of deer, bunch of buck, 1 or 2 on private, couple on public. I completely whiffed on the first one that I shot at,
It happened.
which was like later on in the season. I want to say it was like maybe with like 2 weeks left in the season. It was on private, completely it was just on my part, just misjudged the shot. Deer was coming in later, just like everything else. Went past the initial window that I had planned on shooting it in, and then it got to a secondary window that I knew that I had to like completely come around the tree. Like at that point, I'd been in a tree long enough that I was going to just like Tarzan swing around and just be fine with it. So I went to go swing around the tree, and Chuck, I forget what type of tree it is again. I know you told me.
Cherry tree.
Yeah, it's that one with that shitty like shingling on it.
Shingling
Oh.
the bark.
Super loud. Yeah, bark.
So dumb. And I put
Get
my
a shag bark hickory and tell me how you feel.
I put my foot on the tree in front of me and a little bit slipped. And the second a piece of it fell down, I heard my man right below me in front of me just put on the brakes, jump back into the field because I was in a tree line, jump back into a field. I only had a shot through a small V in the tree that was in front of me so that I didn't plan on shooting through. So I didn't range it. And then as I went to go draw, the buck looked at me again and I just froze, jumped back even further, and I just guessed. And at that point, I guessed it was 30 yards. Ended up being like 40. So once again, a complete miss, which I'm absolutely fine with. I watched it go right underneath of him, and he just kind of, slow walked off like, what just happened?
What are you doing to me, guy?
Yeah. The 2 doe that were with him were just kind of looking at him. He was looking at them, and he was like, I guess we'll leave.
The disrespect of this guy
I don't know
shooting at me.
what that guy's doing. But
Have you ever heard
Bill's
the
having a
sound
rough
of an
time.
arrow at like point of impact? Have you ever heard the sound of it?
Like when it hits the deer.
Yeah.
No, not when it hits the deer. Like, have
Oh,
you ever
like hits
put
the
like your
ground?
phone at like next to the target and shot?
Oh.
Have you ever heard like the way that the veins and stuff sound?
Well, I've only heard it from whenever you did it
Yeah, it's
a
like
couple times. Yeah.
like it's nuts
What?
sounding. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why they're always like, "Whoa, what the hell was that?"
Oh, okay.
It was
okay.
a big
Missile gun through
mosquito.
the air.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I've never heard that. Yeah,
It's
no.
More,
nuts.
probably more accurate.
Yeah, there was a bunch of deer. What did I say? Sorry, there's a side conversation going on. Anyways, so that one I completely whiffed on. That was a nice size 8. It was real symmetrical looking. It was the first like actual decent sized buck that I had seen so far this year. Then, unfortunately, as Chuck has brought up multiple times since
What? I didn't
since
bring anything up, dude.
You've been negative about it a couple times. It
Whoa.
cuts deep. It cuts deep, man.
Come on, Nancy.
It
Only
was-
if I want it to cut deep. It
was
cuts
the-
deep.
It was the first, it's literally the first animal that I've shot and not recovered of anything. So it was, what was it, like maybe a week?
Oh,
Left
I
in
know what we're
archery.
talking about.
Uh-huh.
Maybe a week left.
There was a week left. I remember because I was trying to convince you to get back into a tree since it was like the best time of the year.
Oh, yeah. I think it was only, like 2 or 3 days after I missed that other buck, and I was kind of down on it.
No, it was longer
Wasn't it?
than that. There was a longer gap
Oh,
because you missed
stupid.
that one when Joe shot his buck same night. Remember, my brother Joe shot his buck, and I was at Los Amigos, so I know because you were like, "Dude, I just shot a buck," and we're like, "Oh yeah," fired up, and then 10 minutes later, Joe's like, "Oh, you shot a buck," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" So that's why I was like, "Severn, you need to go help Cibelli,
Yeah.
so I can go help Joe."
Yeah.
That was
Okay. Yeah. Maybe it was a
October.
little bit separated. Well, in any case, I
late October.
just randomly
Early
decided
November?
to go
Early November.
check out a different spot on public it's a game land near here that I go to. And I was like, just look on a map. That looks like a decent spot. Went there, same deal, like maybe a half hour before shooting light was gone. And a couple doe just kind of trickled past me. Not fast, but slow enough where I'm just watching them. And once again, not being a hunter as long as you guys, it didn't register instantly like, hey, I should be paying attention like what's maybe around those does since we're like basically in prime time rut.
Oh yeah.
and I'm watching the doe go past me. And I'm like, oh man, once again, they're a little bit out of range, so I'm not going to shoot at them. But I was like, this is cool. I'm just watching them go past. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, that's the tree I'm going to climb next time because it looks like maybe that's the spot where they go by. Well, as that's going through my head and I'm like watching them go all the way to like my 9 o'clock, I just instantly just hear grunts and I'm like, do that quick head whip around. And my man was coming in like hot right behind him. Came right over this lip through this thick stuff right in front of me. And by the time my brain registered, like, once again, shitty vision, I'm like looking at his head trying to count all the points. I'm like 1, 2, and then like once it dawned on me that I counted 5 on one side, I was like, oh yeah, okay, kill him real quick. And I reached for the bow, and as I grabbed the bow, he had kind of already gotten past me a little bit, and I actually had to like call at him. Like, it was the 3rd time he finally stopped. He was just pure rutted out of his mind.
Oh yeah,
just snot everywhere, just drooling, going like a madman. And he finally stopped and turned and looked at me. And it couldn't have been a more perfect shot. Like, he was perfectly like just profiled, turned, looked up at me. And it was just another instance where I lost track mentally of where he was. And I was like, 25? Because he was kind of close. Like, he definitely didn't look like I had to reach out and poke at him. And I was like, 25? Put right in the middle of my 20-30 pin, sent it. And he ended, like, when I walked it out afterwards, he was like 18. Like, he was like close. So I ended up hitting him high shoulder area, because when Chuck was making me like replay it in my mind, or just how it had happened. When it hit him, it just like stuck. So it was like it was just like a wand waving as he kind of like jumped and like ran like 15-20 yards. And then I watched it like fall down and off of him. And he didn't, he just kind of stood there for like 20 seconds, 25 seconds, then just walked off. And I was texting him this, my other buddy Joe, all this, and trying to tell them everything I could. It had gotten dark really, really fast. So I said, all right, well, I'm just going to back out, since I definitely watched him walk away. Like, he didn't fall or crash anywhere near me. So I was like, all right, we'll back out and go look in the morning. So next morning found the spot where he had stopped for that amount of time. And there was a decent amount. I'd sent them photos. There was a decent amount of blood there. So in my mind, he's probably dead. Maybe he just got a little bit out of my eyesight. I ended up calling, finally, after about like going through like 5 or 6 people, found a dog tracker, came up. We searched for like maybe, an hour and 20 minutes, something like that. But after like the first 20-25 minutes, I mean, the guy was great. I wish I remembered his name. I have him on my phone. But his dog,
it's my boy with Lucy.
Oh yeah.
If you know who that is. I mean, his dog, like after like the first 15-20 minutes, was like chasing squirrels, like having a blast, running all over the place. And I'm like looking at the guy and I'm like, this deer's probably not dead, right? He's like, no. He's like, we're still kind of like on some deer, but he's like, she would know if there was a dead deer around. Like, we're going to circle. And I mean, he did his due diligence. He went all over the place where I told him I thought the deer might go. So, I mean, he was great for coming out, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
They've had a rough year too. It's just a shame. Like, those deer can tell like that. Basically, if a deer doesn't think it's dead and it's not mortally wounded, it will not give up that scent,
Really?
and yeah. And then the dogs can't pick it up.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest issue. Plus, if you remember, like, it was really rough out there. There was inches of leaf litter. The wind was blowing like crazy. Like, you watch the leaves just getting overturned as they were going, which doesn't matter for a dog.
No.
Other than the wind
Yeah.
kind of blowing the scent around.
And that blood spot was the only spot that deer bled.
That was it.
And I had shown him the arrow afterwards. Like, I had lost the broadhead plus like 2-3 inches of the arrow in the deer. And then the arrow had another couple inches of blood on it.
Yeah.
So in my mind,
That's just where it's.
I was hoping. I was just more hopeful at that point, but
Right.
That's a bummer, dude. It sounds like, and I don't mean this to be mean or anything like that, but it sounds like
the Amish got him.
when you're sitting in the tree, like even early season, especially when you're sitting in the tree. I've done this for years, dude. You play a game with yourself. You look at something.
Not that kind of game.
Oh,
Timber
not that
talking.
one?
Not that kind of game.
Oh, I do that too, though.
This is a serious moment, guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, my bad.
No, seriously though, like pick something out and guess the yardage.
Yeah.
And then range it.
Yeah.
And do that especially when you have time. Early season's a great time to do it. You would be shocked at how good you get at ranging stuff.
I normally try to
right
do,
off
like,
the rip. Like, sit there and actually do it. Like, sit there and like range that.
Yeah.
Wait a couple minutes. That's 32 yards. Bang, 31. Like, sit there and just over and over and over do that. Every spot you go to, try it.
Yeah. I normally try to pick like a couple key defining characteristics around me and just know, okay, that's 40, that's 30 something or whatever. But, you know, but the buck fever done
Playing the
got your
game
boy.
and really being able to like judge distance without your rangefinder and then just confirming it with your rangefinder is the way to go, dude.
Yeah, I agree with him. I do that all the time. Like before I range anything, I always guess the yardage.
Well, that event we went to up at, it wasn't Seven Springs. What was that other 3D shoot we went to? We weren't allowed to use rangefinders.
Yeah, Camo Cares.
Camo Cares, yeah. That was, I had fun doing that. 'cause
Yeah, it's
it
great
definitely made me
Mm-hmm.
like understand that, wow, I should probably do this a little bit more. Because
Man.
And different terrain, especially when you
Yeah.
get into a tree, different terrain will play different tricks on your
It
eyes.
sure will.
Like uphill and downhill looks farther or closer away. For me, whatever reason, to my right always looks way farther than to my left.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but it always has been that way for
So
me.
you're a
Like,
righty is weird?
yeah, when I look to my right,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is my weak side, everything always looks farther away than
Oh,
when I
yeah,
look
yeah.
to my left. And I don't know why that is, but that's always been that.
Dude, if
That
you're
works
on
for
a
me.
downhill of any kind, like you're sitting on the edge of like a draw or something,
Mhm.
oh, dude, it'll mess you up so bad.
Yeah, Bill,
Yeah.
It
taking
looks
all,
so far.
taking
It's
all this
not.
knowledge, Bill, because when we get you into a tree next year,
Yeah.
no?
You can't just sit on rocks.
Yeah. No, well, no, he can.
Man on a
Sitting
rock.
on rocks.
Man.
Man on,
rock.
like a man on a rock, you mean?
A man on a rock? I don't know anybody who sits on rocks.
Yeah,
you
that
know?
was-
Yeah.
That's,
That was like the extent of my archery. I killed a couple, well, we'll do air quotes, though.
Antlerless.
I gotta be
tags.
honest though,
Antlerless.
dude, that was a good season. That was
Oh,
a
yeah,
good
it's-
archery season.
So far, this has been my best year hunting yet. I got 2 turkeys in early season. Came close to getting a turkey here multiple times in archery. They showed up a day late. I had 2 definite days. One where they were just a little out of range, and then the day after this fall season ended, where I just had turkeys just piss potting around beneath me, just looking up at me, going, "You idiot! You day late, you fucking moron." But yeah, I had a really, really good year. There's not really much I can complain about, even with the couple misses and
it was a good learning
miscues
year
I had
too.
on. Oh yeah. Those deer picked me real quick this year early on. Oh, I had so many deer looking at me while I was trying to figure out how to swing in a saddle, where I was like,
Uh-huh.
literally just like something stuck in a tree, just going, my hips do what with this bridge thing? And
I was trying to teach him how to shoot like weak side shots.
oh, that's not
It's tough, but
It's
I mean,
very
you
tough.
can. It's very learnable.
Next year, that's the goal. I could have killed a couple doe this year, weak side, but had no idea.
It's
I just
tough, man.
just froze in a tree. I was like, wait, how does this? This goes over under this, and then after about 5 seconds of doing that, you look down, and then the doe are looking at you like, "Come on, man, just hurry this up. I'm trying to eat and
Hurry
stuff."
this
Yeah.
up.
Trying to be home by 8. Hey, the
I'll
good
take
point is you had a good year. You did your work before the season. You were over climbing the trees, getting used to your equipment,
Yeah,
shooting your bow. We did everything.
I did fall once out of the tree too. The gear works. The gear does definitely work.
But you can't fall.
Joe fell too.
You just
Well, I didn't
Swing.
fall.
Yeah.
I swung rapidly,
yeah.
Tarzan-esque, getting down out of a real gnarly, like Jumanji shaped tree. Like
You
late
smash
one
your
night.
nuts.
No, I clobbered my shins.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah,
Ouch.
yeah. I came down, misstepped, and then all of a sudden you're just like, wee! You're just swinging around the side of a tree, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die. And then you hit the tree, and then you swing back around, and you're like, oh, I found the steps. All right, we're good.
Lucky that's all that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to practice with your equipment.
That's okay. This is a good learning experience here
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm glad you got in a tree, dude. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
that event you guys did was really helpful.
Oh, the
I'm
saddle
glad.
event. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad.
We'll try to do that.
We'll do
maybe
more.
annually. I think
Yeah,
that'd
we'll
be
do
good.
more.
That was fun too.
It
I had
was
fun.
I
Yeah,
did.
some other people got their first
Mm.
saddle kills this year, right? From
Yeah.
Yeah, first
From the event.
saddles, first saddle kills. Yeah, a lot of just firsts. You
Yeah.
know, guys that never hunted out of a saddle from that event were out.
I choked on a hot dog at that event. I thought I was gonna die.
True story.
Uh,
It happened.
Chuck's talking. He's like thanking everybody for coming out. He's like, Austin, how about you? And I was literally in the middle of choking on a hot dog.
I was just like,
all right,
I'm
well,
like-
back
I'm
to
like-
Chuck.
all right, Austin, thanks for your input, dude. Why are you being so weird about it? As he passes out and falls over. He got it up.
You have to chew your hot dogs. I like took a bite and like tried to swallow it. I guess I don't know.
Suspicious.
Yeah.
Bill, there's a lot of suspicious
It
talk
happened.
going on
He
around
got
here.
it up.
It happened.
Choking on a hot dog. I don't know.
It happened.
Cibelli was there. He would know.
Oh,
He's an expert.
It was a
eating
regular.
hot dogs.
Dang.
He's a glizzy king.
Did he get me?
The glizzy guzzler.
Bill, come on, man. I'm supporting you, man.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
Hey,
So
Bill.
then comes rifle season,
yeah.
which is
Let's
Bill's
start
forte.
the weekend after. Just to
No,
begin.
no,
Hold on.
no,
This isn't
no,
like some sort of-
no,
This isn't a
no,
Tarantino
hold on,
Yeah,
movie.
this isn't
Bill.
like
hold
a-
up. Hold up. So sorry. I know your kids are asleep. It's my bad.
You're okay.
I yelled.
Y'all
No,
good?
You
That
know.
was like
Y'all good?
quiet
So-
yell.
Yeah. Well. You know what? You're right. We should start with day one.
Yeah.
This is
sorry.
not a Tarantino movie.
You're right. You're
Listen,
right, you're right.
Bill comes
This
up
isn't
to the
Memento.
camp.
This is a
Okay,
Christopher
we-
Nolan.
we
Go
got-
back in time.
Opening day, vibes going.
So-
Everyone's at camp, right?
I get there. We're gonna start with when I showed up late and I was supposed to bring the first meal.
What?
I was supposed to bring the Friday meal. So I get there at like 7:00 and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, we're starving. Nice of you to show up." And I was like, "Oh, where's Charles?" They're like, "Charles isn't here yet." And I was like, "What do you? It's 7:00.
I just a
Where's
kid.
he was like, he's like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm probably gonna leave around 3 tomorrow." And then I get there at 7. He's still not there. I was like, he ain't coming. He showed up 10 minutes after I got there. So
Bill is wearing like a Christmas ugly sweater thing. It's like 20 degrees outside.
No, I support it.
He's just walking around with this ugly sweater on.
yeah, it's got 2 reindeer fucking on it.
Oh,
That's what it is. That's
Come on, man. The sponsors.
Oh, sorry. I felt it was festive, and
It was festive. It was wonderful to see.
Oh, we missed one partner, Blue Chew.
Damn. Yeah, my bad. Dang it, dude.
So I
We'll
made
get you
these
a couple.
taco burgers. Everybody was impressed.
Taco
So now they were
burgers.
They
That sounds
were
delicious.
so good.
Just don't
Delicious.
ever, and I'm warning you with all of my
Oh,
heart,
God.
don't ever get this man by a tub of sour cream,
Ugh.
or else watch out.
It's terrifying.
He uses so much sour cream.
Don't
I have
even
some sour
start,
cream
dude.
upstairs.
So did Joe.
No. He wasn't scooping it with his human hand out of the tub.
Thump.
It was the best way to serve it. You know, you know, 1 cup. They say just.
I
It's
believe
kinda
you.
like a handful.
I believe you.
Get a handful.
Yeah.
What's stopping you? I'm an adult. I can do what I want. It was my tub of sour
You
cream.
brought the
It was
tub.
my
I mean-
tub of sour cream.
It's-
I
This
mean,
is
in
true.
Bill's defense, it was his sour cream.
Everything he brought for this meal was like 5 times the size of a normal serving of that.
Costco.
So, yeah, like a Costco or Sam's Club type big ass bottles.
I just wanted to make sure that everybody had the condiment they wanted to use
Yeah,
for
yeah,
their
very
burger.
thoughtful.
us,
I
the
did
next
not
camp
use-
over, the next camp
Yeah,
up the hill.
there was a lot. I brought a lot.
It's
a
okay.
lot.
The game
It's okay.
commission.
Just
They're not welcome.
They are not.
those are called bribes. So, just kidding. So, anyways, we go out first day. It's
Hold
done.
on.
Uh-oh.
What am I skipping?
Can I start this? You're gonna miss so much.
I'm
Take
not
him
gonna,
back. Take him back.
I don't think I'm gonna miss.
Can I bring it up?
Let's
Can I bring up
rewind
us getting scolded?
it.
You got scolded?
Let's wind it back.
So the morning before, okay,
Come on,
you know
man.
how it
Come
goes,
on,
right?
man.
We're
We
all
gotta-
around the fire, we're hanging out, we're having a good time.
This guy can't just let the
You
past
can't
be
just
past.
let
No,
it
we can't.
bygones be bygones.
Dang.
And my brother's like, "Hey, where you going tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Dude,
I wasn't gonna bring this.
I was
up.
like, well, where are you going?" "Well, I don't know, in the woods or something stupid, like some smart ass remark." And I said, "Well, when we're 30 yards from you, don't bitch at me because you didn't tell me where you were going, because I know where I'm going. I got a good idea." Blah, 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 blah. You know, and he kind of just continues his drunken mess of a human being. And later on that night, he's like, "Where's your phone?" "I don't have my phone." So I pull it up, and he's like, "You see these trees right here? I'm going to be right there in the middle of the slab. I'm gonna be right here in the trees, and there's an opening, and I'm going to be right here." And I'm like, "Okay, cool. We're going to be close to you, but we're going to be past you a ways." Okay. So all this happens that night in preparation of the first day. And the next morning at the tailgate, they left early. Joe and John left together early. The 3 of us kind of drove together. And we're at the tailgate getting our stuff together. And, then he pulls out his phone and starts showing me the pin where he's going to be, and it's nowhere near where he said he was going to be the night before, mind you. And it's like really close to where I wanted to go. I'm like, okay. This is literally the morning of. We're at the freaking tailgate, and you're going to tell me this now. I'm like, okay, well, we're going past you. But the night before, I kind of told him we were going to access from a different way. And the more I thought about it, I'm like, I'm going to drag Bill an extra mile and a half through the woods. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would we do that when we can just go in the same way he goes in, and we'll be right there, and then we're just going to go past him, like a ways. And I showed him where Cibelli was going to be the night before, too, and where we were going to be. Now, our pins are very close together, okay?
So I'm about 30 yards back. And I just hear just some absolute wild man yelling. And I'm like, what the hell is that?
I'll preface this with it being, it's like 5 a.m.
It's early.
Yeah, it's
We're early. We're an hour plus before daybreak, like legal shooting. And we're kind of, you got to go through a slash to get into these woods on the other side. And it's a little, just a more, not a narrow, maybe a few hundred yards wide, just strip of mature woods between two slashes. And where John said he was going to be, it was supposed to be a totally different area. Well, now he's going to be here.
I think I know where you are.
And I don't think you've ever been back to this spot, but you're close to there, but not the same spot. I know exactly where you're thinking, not in that bottom.
Okay.
Because he always goes in the bottom, right?
Mhm.
Not this year. So I'm like, all right, screw it. We're going to walk in the same way. We're walking in, and he just starts screaming at us. Like, what do you do? You're walking right through where the deer is supposed to come from. I'm like, dude, it's rifle season. We're 40 yards from you. If a deer gets to this spot and you haven't killed it yet, what are we talking about? Like, he's not going to scent us and run off. Like, what are you doing? It makes no sense. Like, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if we walk in the same way he does, one, we damage less areas because we're only walking in the same spot. We're not walking into other areas and potentially bumping deer in the dark all the way into the other slash and gone.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Makes a ton of sense.
Which also, too, I don't think we bumped
We didn't
or
bump
even
a single deer.
Yeah, we didn't hear or see anything.
Now, granted, it was hard to hear over him yelling in the
I
complete
didn't know
quiet,
what was
like the
going on in this
quietest of
moment.
quiet, and he's just screaming.
I didn't know what was going on. I was like, who's yelling? What is happening? So as we're walking, I just hear somebody just still screaming as I walk by. I'm following Charles's footsteps because I stay a little bit back so that when he, moves through shit, I don't get hit with a branch. And so I stay back about 10 yards, and because I'm heavy and it's hard for me to walk through the woods, so I'm walking, I just hear somebody screaming, and I just see like this headlamp swinging around, and I just hear this dude scream, and I'm like, who the hell is this? I get up, and he goes, that was John. I was like, oh. So what happened? And he explained the story, and I'm like, but this isn't where he said he was going to be. He said he was going the other way across the road. That's what I interpreted the night before. Like, he wasn't even going in the same direction as us.
I knew he was going to be in there, but where he wanted to be and where he said was totally different. And we weren't going to be hunting anywhere near him. We were going to go about 600 yards away from him, which is more than enough in
ample.
rifle season.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be 200 yards from a guy. If I know I'm hunting with them and I know where they're at, I'm not going to shoot that direction. We're good, But anyway.
We probably get about 150, 200 yards away, and I can still just hear him screaming to himself.
Bitching a storm
to
up.
himself.
At one point, I was like, dude, it's us. What are you yelling about? Like, I thought he thought we were random people walking in on him.
But still, why are you screaming?
I don't know. That's after the fact.
I don't know.
Dude,
He has a distinct voice as
yeah,
well.
I was like, dude, what do you think scares deer way more? Us cracking limbs walking through the woods, or you screaming at the top of your lungs for a half an hour? Apparently, he packed up and went to a different spot. I didn't know that, but if he would have just stayed where he was or went down the hill like I texted him after the fact, he would have shot some deer because all the deer came through and went funneled towards him. But he left. I didn't know he left. Apparently. So yeah, that was the exciting morning.
Yeah, Chuck made sure that he put me on a ridge that had no deer. I just want to preface this with this.
100%.
Yeah.
I
That was intentional.
I still don't understand how you didn't see a single
He
deer.
purposely put
All
me
the
somewhere where
deer-
he knew I
All of
was
the
not
deer
gonna
You got
see.
gar
came
hole.
from
Oh,
you.
yeah. It wasn't even
Every
close.
deer
Every
ran
deer
from his
from-
direction
yeah,
towards us.
They all came from him.
I don't know if he was sleeping up there. I have no idea.
Yeah, after the fact, Chuck was like, "You didn't see any of those deer?" I was like, "Dude, I was looking over like the same like little bottom. It was like
If
it was
they didn't-
gorgeous. It
he was
looked like
looking into
deer.
the same slash they all came out of.
Yeah.
If you didn't see them, I don't know where they came
A,
from.
I didn't see them, and B, I never heard them. And they're saying that there was. I mean, how many did you guys
Roughly.
Honestly, hold on. So first,
say the number simultaneously? 1 on 3. 1, 2.
I love this.
3.
30 deer.
24.
Damn,
Yeah,
I was going
like-
to say 24.
Oh,
Swear
man.
to God, I thought he was
guys
going to say
are-
30.
No,
I
that's
wasn't
cool.
overshooting. It was probably
I was going to say 2
because
dozen.
it was like
Damn,
there
I
was,
tried to guess his number.
there was 4 to begin with.
In reality, 2 dozen deer.
Yeah. There was 4 to begin with, and then we had like a wave of fucking 10.
And you didn't
Just
see a single
at
deer.
I
one.
didn't see or hear a single
And then
one
we
of
had
them.
like 6 more come, and then like 3 more after that. It was just like waves of deer.
I
coming.
guess
We're
I
like,
was
what
counting the
hell
deer
is-
that even we saw after the fact, too. Like after.
I was
so,
texting Chuck.
yeah.
I was like, I hope you guys are seeing something. I was like, A, nobody's shooting, and B, I haven't seen a single thing.
Well, we weren't seeing much early because I was apparently making too much noise.
Oh, get out of here.
This is where we go
You
back to me defending
Frickin'
myself.
noise machine.
I walk in without my Guardian jacket on because I'm a
Mhm.
normal human being. I'm not going to walk in with a Guardian jacket on. That is suicide.
Yes.
And I got my like my vest on and all. I wasn't totally prepared the morning before, so like the night before. So the morning of, I'm throwing shit in those pockets.
Mhm.
Pockets are deep.
I'm
They
proud
got
of you for being in there as
snacks.
early as you were, by the way.
Oh, we were in early. We didn't
Wow.
want to lose our spot, and I knew we had to get through some shit that was not an open
I
trail.
don't
by
even think
any
we
means.
slept. We just went from campfire to woods. It
Pretty
just-
much.
Mentally,
Yeah.
it just
Couple
felt like we
hours
were
of
there.
sleep.
It felt like
Nice.
it was just, there was no
Terrible.
lag in time between them. It
Horrible.
was just,
It was horrible.
But
I
anyways,
slept great though. Slept great that night.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I made a little bit of noise getting my jacket on, and then I had to trade because every time I'd move,
Sky.
I'd bump that damn Pop Tart, and I'm like laughing in my head, knowing like,
Well, it's a
I
foil
know.
wrapper, so
yeah, I'm like, I know
Mhm.
I'm making a lot of noises. I should probably just take this out of my
Yeah.
pocket and put it in my pack with my other snacks.
No. You got to
And that's
defoil
when
those.
that was when I finally made a
Yeah.
comment and all that was when he was removing the noisemaker from his
it's like
pocket.
the loudest thing in the world.
After I've already bumped it like 6 times because I got to take the the vest off, put
That's
the
when I
jacket on, put
finally-
the vest on. I'm digging gloves out of my pockets, my neck warmer, my hat. Like I'm getting all my shit out. I'm doing my thing, and every time I do it, I'm hitting the fucking wrapper.
And every
busting out
garment
the
has a
hot
Pop-Tart in it.
cocoa. He's busting out the marshmallows and the hot
Mhm.
cocoa. And
Preach, Bill.
Warming my feet up by the fire. Whatever, dude. We sat there long enough that we were good. But I know in this dude, I don't know what he
So-
was hearing, but he was like, dude, you hear that shot? I was like, what? Or he's like, how many shots have you heard so far? I was like, 6. He's like, dude, I've heard like 45 shots.
yeah, it was.
I'm like, I've heard 6.
Well, you also had those ear things.
But I had the
in.
ear things in,
Yeah,
so
but
I don't know.
I'm
I'm
so
counting
So
every
distance,
shot I heard.
I probably wasn't hearing them.
Distance, you cannot hear like off distance noises with the Hearing Pro. And there's a sweet spot where it's like that medium to medium long range. It
Yeah.
perfectly
Granted.
amplifies everything.
Might have been a plane once or twice. I heard.
I think the one he was like, did you hear that first shot? I was like, dude, that's a plane flying
plane.
over.
So-
It's still
Uh-oh.
making noise.
We got to take the rest of these into consideration. now,
That's
Bill.
what I was
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
I'm like, well, after the first one, he thought he heard was a plane. And then the first shot I heard was exactly at legal shooting, which never happens.
You always hear those ones before, way
Always
before.
9-10 minutes.
What was
And
it
there's
last year?
snow on the ground.
Last
Dude,
year,
last year was
last year was
early.
Early,
It was like
yeah.
it was like 25 minutes before first light, and
It
the
was crazy.
sound went off. We were like,
I think that was an accidental
It was
fire.
pitch
They might have
black.
been.
It might have been. You never put those into account, but you got to put.
I don't know.
I don't either. But that was early. This year with snow on the ground, I was waiting and waiting and
Yeah.
waiting to hear. I was like, I don't know, and we're going through our little sayings like, you don't got to see 100 deer, you just got to see the one deer. And he was saying something. else.
He
It's
hits
funny
me
because
with.
we have that saying, I just need a suicidal deer right now.
He goes, we don't need an 8 o'clock deer, but a 10 o'clock deer would be nice. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I see a deer and I'm like, where the hell did it come from? because it's just right in front of me.
That's almost as
Where
good as
the
a
hell
Nutty
did
Buddy,
this thing
dude.
come from?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, a deer. And he goes, where? He turns around and he goes, fuck yeah, there, deer. And I pull my gun up, and the one I'm looking at is not the one I aimed at, and I see it, and I'm like, that looks a little further away than I thought. And he goes, Bill, aim at the other one, the closer one. I was like, I put my gun up, I was like, oh. And I pull my gun back up, and then I shoot, and then I see a wave of deer just run.
Oh,
and I'm
boy.
like, holy crap.
Granted, I've seen one deer. We're sitting back to back on this log, and
He wanted me to look his way because he thought that's where the deer would come from. I was like, no,
he
I
had
got a
feeling.
good feeling about this direction.
Yeah.
I was
So
like, all right, dude, it's your
Stick
hunt.
with those feelings, man.
Yeah, it's
So-
your hunt. You sit wherever you want to sit.
So that was that's what happened.
No, hold on. That's not where we stop with that story. Okay, so
You're right.
I look over. I see Bill says, deer. I'm like, okay. And I just kind of like turn my head slowly to my right, and I see he's got the gun up, and I don't see anything, but he's aiming at something. And I'm like, okay. And then I see this deer, just this forest mammoth. This thing is a mammoth. Tusks and everything. Steps up onto this rock like the most beautiful, majestic animal with the biggest head I've ever seen on a doe. I'm like, oh, Bill. And I'm watching him, and he's aimed here at like 12 o'clock, but the deer I'm looking at is at his 2 o'clock. And he's also aiming right-handed, which is weird because he's a lefty shot.
But I'm
he's
holding
like-
a right-handed gun.
Okay.
In all fairness, yeah. And he's hunched over and he's aiming here. And I'm like, Bill, shoot that one. And he like lifts his head up and he looks up. Oh, yeah. There's this deer just standing
That's
wide
the
open.
one I saw. But
30
when I pulled
yards.
my gun up because I'm left-handed. I aimed a little to the left with the right hand, and I was like,
I still think you were aimed at that other deer. Because when he's aiming at the big deer. I think he was initially aimed at the front deer, which I never saw because she went behind. Remember, she went behind all the treetops and disappeared, and you're following her into those treetops, and you lost her.
is that what happened?
That's what happened. There was the second deer is
These
the one.
hologram deer just running all over the place.
Well, when
confused.
he
so many.
shifts his gun to the mammoth,
Meanwhile, I was sleeping.
yeah, Cibelli's snoring. When he shifts his gun to the mammoth, I look and I catch movement out of the left side of my eye because I'm watching him, and the lead deer pops out behind the tree that he was initially watching. Granted,
Well, I
my-
had a deer in my scope.
yeah, that
the
was
thing.
it. It was the lead deer.
No,
Had to have
the
been.
one that was that you said was behind a tree.
Yeah.
I did not see that one. I had one in my scope
Okay.
when you said aim at that one, and then you said another one popped out.
Gotcha.
So there was another deer.
yeah, there
over
was multiple deer.
So there was just so many deer. And then when I shot it, it's hard to keep track of which one was the one that was wounded because they just all flocked together and then spread out, sort of like
The problem was there was a little bit of a hill there. We didn't know. We never hunted this spot. Like, we didn't know there was enough there that you could hide 8 deer
Oh,
all in this little low spot. And when he shot, we jumped up, and oh my God, there were deer everywhere. When we stood up, just from sitting down to standing up, we could see, I don't know, 6, 7 deer just exploded through the woods. They started running everywhere. I'm like, holy shit, there's deer everywhere. So like, I'm trying to get on one, I don't know if you were trying to shoot another one, but
no, I was trying to see where the hell mine went.
and his deer's like clearly hit. Like, I watched it get hit, and it's like stumbling back, like going down, getting up, stumbling, and it's like real awkward, getting the Jimmy legs. And I'm like, oh, his deer's done. So now I'm putting all my focus on the other deer, and I'm like, well, let me go try to shoot one myself. Why not? Let's double up here. I probably could have taken a shot at one kind of running away, but I only had really like an ass facing away shot. I was like, I ain't taking that shot. I don't need to kill another deer here. And I keep watching his, and I'm like, she ain't going down. But she acts like she's wanting to. Like, she's not doing well. So I'm like, all right, let me shoot his deer. So I get on his deer, and I'm like a 4-inch, 6-inch gap between the trees, and I got my crosshairs in it. All I can see is like her ear and her nose. And I'm just waiting, like, just take a step. She stood there forever. I'm like, take a step. Well, then, mind you, while I'm watching her, I'm selfishly, this is my fault, Bill. Selfishly, I'm also like opening my left eye and peeking around looking for other deer, just in case one comes in the
See,
opening.
Bill, selfishness.
But I'm
That's
on.
not the
I'm
selfish.
there.
That's the
That's
game.
selfishness.
That's what you do.
You know, and I'm watching.
We're there to kill deer. We're not there to kill one deer.
She's still there. She's still there.
We're there to
And
fill tags.
Right. We're trying to put bodies on the ground. And
We're there
look
to
around.
fill freezers.
Well, eventually she didn't just take a step. She stumbled and then took a couple bounds through that opening, and I didn't pull the trigger. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I ran around. We had some brush in front of us. I ran kind of around that, and I got set up, and I didn't see the deer at all. Oh my gosh, she died somewhere in these rocks. She's dead. She's done. Good job, Bill. You got a deer. There's no way this deer is making it.
That's not the end of the story.
She's messed up. Well, then I see movement way out there, 300 yards out there,
Oh,
as
that's a
far as I
poke.
can see. And I'm like, was that his deer or was that another deer? Really hope it's not his deer. So we went back and sat down, hung out for a little bit, and that's when the wave just started coming. Dude, 6 more deer.
So we stood there, we just guns up, looking around, nothing's coming. And then that wave comes through. But we were moving at that point. We decided we were about to move. We were not sitting when the second wave came through, or we probably would have gotten another shot off. But we were moving forward. It all just kind of happened so quickly. I was more focused on just trying to track the one I'd already shot instead of trying to track 2, especially because that one was definitely going to die somewhere, and I'd like to not lose that.
Yeah.
In my mind, I
So-
still think she's dead 60 yards away. But in the back of my head, it could have been her that moved 300 yards away.
So what I think happened was that he said, stay here, and he starts tracking it. I'm pretty sure he just kept pushing it deeper instead of letting it die wherever it was laying.
You're really jumping ahead in the story, and I don't appreciate it.
I'm not
Man.
jumping ahead.
Because there was multiple waves of deer that came through after that. If
Bill,
you
you leaving
remember,
out some waves, bud?
dude, waves of deer.
Waves
Remember
of
that
deer.
one? That
I'm
one
leaving
wave.
out
Must
some
be
waves.
nice.
I'm leaving out some waves.
The
They came
one-
from your way.
Yeah, they
Open
all
your
come
eyes.
down off the hill.
Put your
from you.
glasses back on.
Must
6
be
come
nice.
through, and then another 4 came through a lot closer, but they were just doing that high jumping
Yeah.
thing. And again, at that point, I don't need to shoot another deer. I'm not here for me. I don't really care. I'm not taking a running shot. If they would have stopped, I would have shot one, 100%. I'm not taking bad shots.
If I can't identify the target, I'm not taking a shot.
All right, we'll get
But
to that later.
There was doe jump running everywhere. So I'm like, all right. Eventually the waves went through, and I text John, dude, you need to move downhill 300 yards, still thinking he's a couple hundred yards to our.
If he would have
Whatever.
stayed where he was,
Oh, he would have
he
shot at
would
all
have
those
shot
deer.
all of them.
Yeah.
They went right to where he
24
was.
tags.
Which was
Phil.
weird because after we sat down, we're like, man, I thought maybe we'd see, but we had a beautiful mound between us. So I knew I wouldn't have been able to see him because of that beautiful mound,
Yeah.
protection mound, just in case something were to happen. But he wasn't there, so that's why we never
Yeah, there
saw
weren't
him.
really any other gunshots going off kind of around us.
No, and there wasn't. That's
And
the
there
other weird
were
part.
people around us.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Yes,
now.
there was. Because I heard one that was kind of distant.
Oh,
And then I said, did you hear that? He was like, no, I didn't hear that. I was like, then we hear another one closer. And he was like, heard
Is
that one.
Is that a plane?
And then there was one that was not far from us at all. I was like, dude, they're coming right at us because I can hear it. It's coming
the
right at
shots
us.
were
yeah.
literally getting closer to
So I'm
us.
sitting there and I'm like, okay, something's going to come here soon. But then nothing did. So I was like, okay, they must have went a different way. Nope.
They all came.
Nope.
So the nice part was we had snow on the ground. We had plenty of snow on the ground, and
It
this
was
is
gorgeous up
why
there.
I probably did what I did more aggressively because one, all the deer just ran down this hill anyway, so we need to move down because we were missing them. As they were coming down off that hill, they were still 100, 150 out, running through woods that are just tree. It was not an easy shot you were going to make to begin with, other than the first set of deer that he shot at. That was the
They
only
had
deer
to
that
have
were
come up
really
over
close.
that little mound there because I can't imagine any other reason I wouldn't have seen them coming.
Yeah, they had to have. They just snuck in on us. So I start tracking. We find where he hits the deer. There's blood. Well, actually, there's not that much blood, but there's a little bit of blood. There's fur all over. And you can see for 50 yards where she's dragging a leg. Like the leg is just dragging in the straight line in the snow, and you can see where she's stumbling and kicking up leaves, and it's an easy track. So I'm just walking, right, expecting I'm going to come
This
up on this
deer
deer.
would have laid down and died had Chuck not done what he did.
Once again, the Tasmanian devil. You just hear going straight through the tree line.
In my mind, I have a high-powered rifle, and this deer is screwed up bad. I'm going to catch up with her and shoot her again at some point.
So
no big deal.
I stayed back at our spot just in case anything else ran through while he went and tracked that deer.
Makes sense.
So like 20, 30 minutes later, I get up and I'm like, okay, I'm not seeing anything. So I start following his tracks through the woods. I'm just following him. I don't have service. I can't get any text messages from him. I continue to follow his tracks. I find a spot where it laid down.
Can I jump in because you're jumping ahead of me?
I'm not jumping ahead of you.
Yeah, you are. Did you forget about the part where I shot at it twice?
I wasn't there for that. I'm telling my rendition.
Come on, man. This is like this is the interweaving Christopher Nolan
three-part
story.
story.
I'm trying to keep it in chronological order, but that's
no,
fine.
It's three different stories. You can't keep three stories in chronological order.
2025.
I feel like this makes more sense though if we do it in chronological order until the highlight of the story. Can we do that part? Because it's happening right
The
now.
highlight is the glue that will
It's
hold all
happening
our
right
stories
now.
together. Bill.
Okay, so I tracked the deer like 150 yards, and when it gets down, you can see down into this like it's not even a creek; it's like a dry creek, but it's a drop down and goes up the other side. I'm like, she's gonna be laying right down in here. Take a step over the edge. There she is, laying there, alive. Oh shit. Okay, so I get the gun up, get it what I thought was settled on her. She's laying away from me. This is a huge mistake on my part. I should have just found a tree, steadied my aim. I had all the time in the world. She had no idea it was there. She wasn't even looking at me. I'm like, screw it, I can do this. And there's some stuff in front of her, but I don't even pay any attention to it.
Yelled, surprise, bitch!
Oh, and she like makes a super awkward move getting up. I'm like, oh, I hit her. It was right on her. And she takes a couple steps and goes behind a tree, and she's just standing there again. And I can see her, like, as I'm standing there, if I lean out to the left, I can see her looking at me, and I lean back, and she can't see me anymore. And I'm like, got the crosshairs. Take a step, please. She doesn't. Eventually, I leaned out. I said, screw this. I took 2 steps. She took off running. I'm like, what in the world? She's running up the hill. I shoot again. Pow! I hit a tree. Didn't hit her. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I keep tracking her, and Bill's not that far behind me. He's back there a little ways, but like I'm moving kind of quick. I'm trying to sneak up on a deer.
I can follow footprints in the snow.
Yeah.
It's not that
It's
difficult.
easy. It's easy.
But
But then I keep walking down this trail. I'm following the deer, and I find her blood.
can I just give you one little tidbit of this?
Bill was actually
This
tracking
deer
you, but-
does not die from gunshot wounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
We'll get there.
Yes.
This deer does not die from gunshot
Oh
wounds.
yeah.
All right. She does. Okay. I missed her twice. And I keep tracking her, and I'm tracking down this path, and I look up, and there's a guy up on this hillside. I'm like, what the hell? The tracks are going right past this guy. Like, the deer's obviously wounded. She's bleeding. She's limping real bad. What is this guy doing? So I get up like 20 yards from the guy, and I'm like, hey, man, did you see where I hit her? He goes, oh, yeah, she's hit. Thanks, buddy. And I'm not kidding. She walked 10 yards. She stood there for a few minutes. She's hit hard. She went that way. Points. And I'm like, dude, thinking in my head, why didn't you shoot her? Like, why didn't you put her out of her misery? I don't know. Thinking back.
What was this
If
guy
you-
sitting on?
What
Not
type
taking
of object?
He's
What-
up on a rock.
A big rock.
Giant rock.
Whoa,
looking
how
over
big
this
was the rock?
big rock.
Big
glacier.
rock.
So would you
Man.
say this is a man on a rock?
This could be a man on the rock. I
Okay.
don't like to
Oh.
assume genders.
Okay.
But he's overlooking this crazy ravine. And she walked right past him. There's a bunch of trails going right past him. I was like, okay, whatever, dude. Thanks a lot for the help. Jerk off.
Jerk.
Whoa.
So I just
Jerk
keep
off
going.
on a rock?
Yeah.
Jag.
You jag off. So I just keep going, and I keep tracking. And that's when I stopped, and I was like, this train's getting really rough. Let me text Bill. Bill, go back to our initial spot. I'll take care of this.
Didn't get it.
Clearly
no
didn't get it.
service.
I look back. I don't see Bill. Yeah, which I was like, all right, whatever. I'm going. What was that?
It's nothing to worry about.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
I'm waiting for a
Okay,
key moment.
so I'm following his tracks.
I saw you looking something up.
And
Can't wait.
I'm following his tracks. I see where the deer laid down once, and there was blood in the snow, big pile of blood. But then it obviously ran away when something spooked it, and it ran away from probably somebody walking through the woods towards it.
No, someone shooting at her.
Oh, shooting
Yeah,
at
Bill,
probably.
you were
That
tracking his empty cartridges at this
Yeah,
point.
I was just tracking all the
Yeah, did you pick up my
casings.
brass, dude?
Yeah, I was just policing brass the entire way through the
Okay.
woods. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, good
So
for you, man.
I continue following his footsteps, and then I find him, and I'm like, oh, he must have lost the trail. And I was like, well, this sucks. And so I just kind of stood there for about 10 minutes. He's sitting up on this big rock. Charles is sitting up on this big rock, so I stand there about 30 yards from him, staring over the same ravine he's looking at. I look up at him. He does the thing where you like point to your eyes and then point downhill. Like, hey, watch down there. And I was like, okay. He wants me to watch down this big ravine, which is weird because he doesn't want to drag a deer out of a big old gorge. But, whatever. I'm standing there. I'm like, I gotta piss. I put my gun down. I take a piss. And then, I was like, okay, I need to sit on that rock with him, or we can look different directions. We got to do something. So I start walking towards him. And I look up, and he goes, your buddy shoot a doe? I was like, I did. He goes, it went that way. I was like, I've been standing here for a half hour hunting the same place you are. Why didn't you say something sooner? So
it was me.
I thought it was him the whole time. It was Charles. I was like,
I was not the man on the rock.
I thought Charles was the man on the rock, and I was so confused. So here I am, pissing, leaving scent, just whatever.
Just screwing this
Just
guy's hunt up.
Screwing this guy's hunt up. He's just letting me. This guy's
This guy's going, oh my God, what do I got to do to get away from people around here?
Pennsylvania, opening day
God.
rifle. This is what I got to deal with.
You know what he was thinking?
Facial recognition got a hit.
Oh boy.
I know what this is.
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
I hate you.
It could be.
So I continue down this path now that I've wasted like an hour because I waited back at the spot for a half hour before I started moving. Then I hung out with some random man for a half hour.
Man on the rock.
Man on the rock. I hung out with Man on the Rock who had glasses.
I don't wear glasses.
He does not wear glasses.
Facial recognition was not used at that
Something
point.
just wasn't clicking in my brain that this was not him. It should have, because he wasn't even wearing the same anything that he was wearing when he disappeared into the woods. So I should have been a little bit more observant. But I continue following his footprints. And I'm not seeing any blood, but I'm definitely seeing the drag marks. And I'm like, okay, he's still following it. And I get to the second bedding spot, and there's blood. But there's also tracks that run over the bedding that also has a blood trail, and then tracks that run over this divot in the ground from where it was bedding and bleeding, and blood trail going that way. And I was like, did you do a big circle? So I tracked down one way, found blood all the way down. I tracked down the other way, found blood. So I just followed his footprints some more. And then I see that there's another spot where they cross over, where tracks cross over each other. And instead of going straight and following him, he made a left. I was like, I wonder why he went that way. And so I keep following the drag leg spot down, and I was like, oh, hey, I walked through these trees, and then there's just this creek.
Narnia, right?
It was just crazy.
100% Narnia.
Listen, this is what is on the other side of this is not what I was anticipating. I walk through these trees. It's just this big open spot in front of this creek. there's a dead deer laying by the creek. It's just like majestic. Then there's like all these open woods behind the creek. And I'm like, wow, this is gorgeous. And I was like, well, I found the deer. And yeah.
Well, I guess I can take it from there, bud.
I found Chuck's footprints. He was he circled around the other way for some reason around the trees. He must have lost the track or something, so I just had to pick it up
You
for
suck at
him.
tracking.
Had to pick it up for him, you know.
Bloodhound Bill,
to
we
a
call him.
dead deer.
To a dead deer, yeah.
Well,
So
how'd that deer die?
Yeah, how did
Joe?
that deer die?
Well, I'll tell you how it died because
tell
here's
us,
my
Chuck.
perspective.
Continue.
my
Okay?
perspective, what I saw.
No,
This
my
deer's
perspective.
soaking wet.
Oh no, dude.
Yeah. Soaking
You
wet.
mean like it
I'll
went through like
seen,
a
like-
car wash?
Like almost like it fell in a river.
That's
oh,
not-
I mean that would track. You
Yeah,
could say there was like a
and then
stream
it
or a...
couldn't get up the bank on the other side.
All right.
Oh,
You
okay.
So
weren't
somebody
there.
shot it in the neck so it couldn't lift its head anymore.
Oh man, what
And
a
then
All
terrible...
right.
And then
There's
it-
kids that listen to this show.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Charles, would you like to tell us from
Yeah, I'll
your
tell you what
perspective
happened. So after I went past the man on the rock, it got a little thick and we were going through some stuff, and I kept bumping the deer, but she was like, she was bedding some really thick, nasty shit a couple times, and that's why my boot prints weren't always directly on the bloods, because once I bump her, I just go straight towards where she jumped from and cut off like her actual blood trail. So I'm following, and she jumped up once, and she jumped up a second time, and I know where I'm at this point. I've actually gone far enough in that I've gotten into a crazy place that I've been to 5 years prior when I look at my pins on Onyx. I was like, hey, I recognize this spot. I know exactly where I'm at, which felt way better in my mind because now at least I'm comfortable with where I'm at. I'm not going to die back here, or I could, but nobody would ever find me.
I would pack you out.
Yeah. So I get up there and I'm like, all right, I keep jumping her and I'm like, all right, whatever. And I get into that part where it starts getting really thick with like cedars and there's some nasty stuff she's kind of going through. Well, then a bunch more fresh tracks kind of come into the same area. Like at one point where she necked down into, there are probably 4 or 5 other deer gone through there that same morning. Either it was the same flock of 80 deer we saw earlier or other deer, whatever. So I'm like, I kind of lost her. And again, like he said, there really wasn't any blood to go by. And she stopped dragging that leg for a little while too. I was like, damn, dude, I don't know.
She's worked it out. It felt better.
Yeah, she's she's loosening the muscles. And I'm like, oh, she had to go somewhere across this creek. So I just walk over towards where most of the tracks went. And I can't find blood. I can't find anything. I'm like, I don't think she went here, but I have to cross the creek and find out where she went on the other side. And as I'm kind of attempting to find a spot to cross the creek, I walk down to the creek bed and I hear kabloosh, splash, splash. I'm like, what? That scared the piss out of me. What the hell? And I look to my right and it's her struggling to get out of the other side of the creek. She was laying in the creek bed the whole time, hiding from me. She can't get out the other side. It's too high. I'm like, well, it's now or never. And I pull up and I shoot her and hit her. And she like drops down and she's just like laying in the creek, half in, half out. And I walk over there. And to this day, I still don't understand what happened to this bullet. I was like, all right, I'm like 25 yards from her. I just pull up, put the crosshairs like right where the water meets her chest. She was half submerged, shot. Totally missed, apparently. Or, I don't know. Can bullets ricochet? I know bullets ricochet off
they
water.
ricochet.
This is 2.5 boxes of ammunition into this track.
Yeah.
For everyone that's listening to this story, we actually had to go to Dunham's and get another box.
They don't
shells.
carry 400 Legend.
Well, they will after this.
They do, actually, but probably not in stock. So I've shot 4 times at this deer. Somewhere along those last 2 shots, I hit her in the neck. And she goes down. And
Is your
dies.
gun on?
Oh, yeah. It's dead on.
He took a practice shot in the woods
So,
after.
Well, after the fact. So I shoot this deer, okay, and it drops, dies in the creek. I'm like, okay, now I have to get into the creek, pull the deer out. So I get soaking wet, pulling the deer out of the creek, pull her up on the bank, and at this point, I have no idea. I text Bill to stay back, As far as I know, he hasn't shown up. It's been forever.
Hanging out with Rockman.
He's still hanging out with the guy on the rock at this point. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude. I don't have any of my pack out stuff. She's over a mile back, all downhill in this creek bottom that is not a fun place to get out of. On the way out, it's all rocky, a lot of down trees. You got to go through a slash. Not ideal. I'm like, all right, I'm going to walk back out, see if I see Bill, and then get my stuff in the truck. And hopefully I find Bill, and then I got to walk back in. I don't have to pack him out too. So I start getting up out of this bottom, and I find an easier way out. And I see a guy in orange up there, and I'm like, I think is that John? I was like, all right, let's deal with the music now, right? And I haven't talked to him since he yelled at me in the woods. Let's go talk to him. So I start walking up to this guy, and I'm approaching him closer and closer and closer. And I'm like, I look up, I'm like, oh, I don't know this guy. This is not someone in our hunting party. And I just kind of at this point, I think he knew how defeated I was. I'm drenched in sweat. I've been wearing the Guardian this entire time.
Oh, mistake.
Yeah. And I got my hat like half hanging off my head. I look up at him and I shook my head. And he gave me the head nod, little wave, and I just kept walking. So I rerouted my direction and I'm looking. I'm like, man, I should see Bill by now. If he's at our spot, I'm looking around. No orange, no Bill. I get back to our spot. I'm like, I get a little worried. I'm like, son of a bitch, dude. Because, again, there's a couple spots where that deer was close to a pretty steep down, like ravine. It goes way deep down, and it's rocky, and anything can happen. Like, there's snow on the ground. I'm like, damn it, son of a bitch. I had no text from him. I'm like, shit, dude. Trying to call him straight to voicemail. I'm like, oh, he lost service. I was like, all right, screw it.
He has little faith in me.
I mean, dude, anything can happen. Like, it could happen to me. It could happen to anybody out
there. I got
there.
attacked by a polar bear. That's
one little slip and fall happens all the time, you know? You're not the most nimble
I did
person.
fall in a creek.
Right? So I mean, that kind of proves my point, right? So I was like, I got to text Cibelli, let him know what's going on. All right, we got a deer down. I got to go back to the truck and get my stuff. So I'm back at the truck. I'm finally eating my Pop-Tart. Just total chill mode, right? I'm like, let me find what I can shoot in my truck, and I find a Wendy's bag. I'm like, all right, put the Wendy's bag out there. 50 yards shoot, bullseye. I'm like, fuck. Well, that shooting was all me then, because my gun is spot on.
Meanwhile, I had fallen in the creek. My boots are soaked because the water went up and over. So the inside of my boots are soaked. I'm covered in snow and starting to get wet. And I'm standing there by this deer, and I'm like, I can't even get a hold of Charles. So I sent him a text and was like, would you like to send this text via satellite? And I was like, hell yeah, I would. And it was like, please turn around and point your phone at the sky. And I'm like, this is crazy.
So cool.
I finally get a text out. I was like, found your deer by the creek. and I never got a text back. And he came back. He was like, yeah, that's not my deer. That's the one you shot. Because at this point, I still didn't even know that I even hit my deer because we didn't really communicate.
There's going to be a running theme with all of us being up this way is that Bill has no connection to anybody else that he's hunting with this particular day. And then the other time when we went back up the next weekend, trying to text back and forth with Bill, we might as well have just sent smoke signals up.
Every time they come to find me where I'm supposed to be, I'm not there.
He's just not there.
He's not where he's supposed to be.
There.
We did end up. I was so
there,
lucky though that you sent that text as I was waiting for him. I was at our original spot, waiting for him to come off the hill where he was sleeping. It took him forever to get to me. And I'm like, I happened to connect my phone to my hotspot to just mess around a little bit, and I see his message come across because it sends iMessage.
Yeah.
I don't have enough cell service back there for iMessage. Like, I can send text, but not iMessage. I was like, oh, he found my deer, he says. He doesn't even know it's his deer. I'm like, all right, we're good. We went in, packed that deer out.
Hold on. Let's roll back.
Something happened. Yeah, something happened while we were up top, and we heard some shots. I remember hearing some shots, but...
So... while I'm down there, across the creek, about 100 yards, big ass doe, probably about the same as the one that's laying in front of me now.
Giant mammoth.
It's another one, just massive. And I'm like, I don't want to cross this creek. So I'm
It's not
standing
even
there.
a bad creek to cross.
I'm staring at it. My feet are already soaking wet.
That's true.
From
He did
falling
turn
in at
into a
once.
mermaid, so that was
Yeah,
the whole
that's
point of
true.
why
Good
he didn't
point, good
shoot.
point.
So I'm
But he
standing
did
there.
shoot.
I'm staring at this deer. It's not moving. It's probably been about 2 minutes, and I'm like, I pull my gun up. Bang! It looks at me. It looks at me.
Doesn't even flinch.
I throw another one in. Bang! I'm like, it looks at me. It doesn't move. And I'm like, I'm not even going to waste the ammo. Obviously, this gun's not accurate because I'm looking at this deer I already shot. Nowhere near where I was aiming. So I did end up replacing the scope on my gun. And
Amen.
It's holding now. So
He also had an encounter with an 8-point.
okay. So I adjust it.
What an
I
opening day
just
for
as-
this guy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Dude, what an
I
opening day.
assumed that like I missed because my scope is on 4 and this thing's far out there. So I crank my scope up to 9 just in case anything pops out. It ends up just walking away. And I was like, okay, well, that sucks. And then now my scope's on 9 and a fucking 8-point pops out like 15 yards out to my right. And I'm like, now I'm on 9. I'm trying to crank it down. Dude, thing bolts. Absolutely just bolts behind a tree. It stands there. I can't really see anything but like an antler sticking out. So initially what happened was I'm trying to count how many points it's got just to make sure it's legal because I don't want to shoot a 4-point or anything like that.
Yeah,
or,
I don't know if that's nothing like that's ever happened to me.
No.
Legally, for legal purposes,
no,
honestly,
for
nothing
sure.
like that has ever
For
happened.
sure. No, I've never done anything.
Okay, that's cool. Anyways,
And you counted them, and it was a small
I
deer.
counted. It was an 8-point.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't stop counting after 3.
I don't either.
That's my
Three
bad.
to a
I
side.
just-
That's
I
all
don't
it
know. I
is.
don't know what it is. I'm just like, I count them all. But like you said earlier, you're like, oh, I got to 5. I'm like, oh, I got to shoot.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
but,
get stuck in it.
just get
Yeah,
stuck.
you just get
You
stuck
just
in
get
it
in your own head
mentally.
at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, especially whenever I'm new to this.
Yeah.
For essentially,
Yeah. Listen, man, same with me. But going into that weekend, I told Chuck, I was like, listen, if I see anything with 3 points, it's getting clobbered.
So I'm trying to count how many it's got with my scope on 9. And it's 15 yards away from me, and so I finally see it. I go to aim. It's already out of where I'm my scope. I look up. I see it running. I go to aim. It stops behind a tree, and I can just kind of see its nose. So I jump up out from like the riverbank where I was standing, the
Where he
creek-
was
the
swimming.
creek- and I walk up and
This
around.
creek that's 5 feet wide quickly turned into a river.
Yeah.
So it's a creek, but
It's
I,
actually a small runoff. Well, we didn't want to
No,
get into
that one's a
specifics.
creek. That's a
and I
creek.
ran off to the left a little bit to try to get on the other side of this tree. Now all I can see is its head, but then it just takes off behind the tree directly into the woods behind it, and I'm like, well, I don't want to tell this story.
This wasn't meant to be, man.
I didn't even want to tell them about that part. I just want to tell them, yeah, I missed the doe twice, and that was the end of it. Nothing else
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah,
but
no, we've heard that part
I
of the
had
story.
to.
Couldn't have been a more beautiful place for a deer to die, though. I'll tell you what.
I know that was
It was
absolutely gorgeous.
man. Just a gorgeous creek bottom. Like,
It was very,
Absolutely gorgeous.
very picturesque.
yeah, it was very pretty.
The only thing more picturesque was us packing it out.
Yeah.
Because literally every spot that you would shoot a deer where we were hunting, you weren't dragging it anywhere.
No.
Yeah.
You were dragging it to somewhere maybe flat 10 yards away and then disassembling it.
The shitty part is that we knew there was a road on the other side of that creek. It was probably, what do we say, it was 300 yards up the hill?
Yeah, it was like roughly
Was
like
maybe.
that. Yeah.
Very
200,
far.
300 yards up the hill. And it's not a big hill, but we're like, I'm looking at it on the map. I'm like, dude, never been on that road. I don't even know if you can drive down it because you never know. Not every road that shows up on the map you can drive down.
Right,
either.
right.
So I was like, oh, I don't know, dude. I think we just pack this thing out and get out of here. So we did. We saw deer on the way out. Tried to convince Cibelli into shooting one. He was like, wait, wasn't that where that guy? We saw the same
Yeah.
guy
It
on
was
the way back. Me and Cibelli
Well,
walked by
what
my
ended up
guy.
happening was we were coming up out of this creek
Also
bottom.
on a rock.
We were coming out of this creek bottom and Chuck was leading point. I was right behind him and he stopped and kind of like did one of those like looked both ways, like looked kind of confused. And I was like, what's up? He's like, there's deer prints in our boot prints. He was like, there's deer here somewhere. It was like,
Yeah.
we were just here like 10, 15 minutes ago. And then like he said, like he noticed up on this hill that we had to climb could see a little bit of movement, and he's like, come over here. And it was going to be like another picturesque moment. I have half a deer on my back. I'm like taking a knee. I zoomed in just a little bit on the scope, and I'm looking at this deer, and I'm putting it right on its back. And just as I do that, I stop and I go, hey, Chuck, isn't that guy on the rock right up there too? I mean, and it was literally like, if where I was aiming, that dude had to have been, maybe another 50, 70 yards or where we last saw him.
Oh, geez.
It was right in that area. So I instantly pulled off, and I was like, I don't know if I should
I
shoot
don't
at
feel
that
right about
deer.
this.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, good call, man. Good call. That was the demon.
I mean, it would have been a
shoot.
sweet story to shoot another deer on the way out.
Well, the whole point of that, why we never saw that guy, is because he left. After he
Oh,
saw
he
us,
left.
he
Oh,
left.
yeah.
Bill pissed on him.
A different guy, totally different
Oh,
guy.
okay.
It's a totally different guy. The rock guy, the initial rock guy, was on one side of the ravine or that gorge, and this guy was on the other side. They're both just staring at this gorge, like this super sharp, steep, rocky terrain. I wouldn't think a deer would go through there in a million years. I was like, all right, whatever, dude, more power to you. But I think after he saw me defeated coming up out of there after a couple gunshots and then coming back in with packing equipment and him, he's like, screw this, I'm out of here.
out,
He
yeah.
just left. Had we known that, he could obviously shot at those deer.
But didn't somebody else run into the same guy? Wasn't it John or Joe?
Joe.
Joe
I
ran
thought it
into
was
him
Bo.
too.
Oh, it was Joe.
He was like, yeah, there was a guy on a rock. And then John Paul's like, yeah, there was a guy in the woods. He's trying to make a fire or something. I was like,
John ran into a different dude.
Yeah.
Joe ran into the guy on the rock as he was leaving.
These were both demons we all
Yeah.
ran into. I
The
just
guy
wanna
on the
point that
rock
out.
must have got tired of us too and got up and left as well, and eventually ran into Joe somewhere in the woods. I don't know the rest of that story, but he talked to him for a while. Guy told him kind of his version of the story of me and Bill walking past him. I don't think he explained all the story, but Bill hung out with the guy on the rock for like a half an hour. So and that was pretty much the
He
opening
had a great
day.
story, probably
thought
from
it
his
was-
perspective.
I thought it was
Oh,
with Charles.
can only
this
imagine.
time.
These
I don't
fucking
know.
guys were shooting
That,
deer
that dude's
everywhere.
on his podcast right now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I'm never hunting Pennsleania
Yeah,
again.
good. Stay out of here,
There was
too.
a couple Ohio plates in the park. Dude, we come out. We had 3 trucks there. I came out. There was at least 3 or 4 additional trucks in this spot.
Oh, geez.
They pulled in after us. And then a couple of them, when I saw their track, the guy that was on that rock, I saw his tracks. He swung way out around Cibelli and probably pushed them deer. Swung out far enough we didn't even see him in this other slash, and probably pushed all those deer to us later in the morning.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Because Joe had texted us. He was farther up in the original slash we were come through from the truck, and he saw him come out and around. So, I mean, there were deer moving
Can
everywhere.
you believe I didn't get to be a part of any of that either? It's just,
man.
It just
he had
blows
me on
my
another
mind.
ridge, just laying there in a bush. It's crazy.
Well, it's no big deal. You know, it was a great opening day, great opening weekend. Bill got the only deer of the trip of all of us. I probably should have shot at a ton of different deer. I only
That
got
was
to shoot
crazy,
at
too.
one deer.
And that was everybody's question. Like, oh, if there were all these deer, why didn't Charles come back with one too? And it's like, you know,
I was focused on getting
Listen,
Bill's deer.
Charles-
Like, my
yeah.
goal
Charles
and
is a
mine
grade
was...
A guy.
we were focused on
Yeah.
getting this queen of the forest out. That's
Yeah,
Oh
what
my
that was my
God.
game plan, was just get Bill a deer. I don't care about me.
Well, we were lucky that when we went down in, I always just my pack for everything now, for turkey, deer, everything. It's my Kafaru game load pack.
Mhm.
Like it's a frame pack. I carry
That's
it
all
around
I
with
carry
me. That's
anymore,
all I
dude.
carry with me, just because it's very comfortable to lay up against if you're on like a weird shaped tree, or if you need to
Yeah.
jump into some cover or something, you can use it to back up against. Well, I had the game, like actually something that could carry the the animal out with, because Chuck ended up having to go
Well,
like
I went
twice
back
back
and-
to
yeah.
the car
It
to
was
like
my fault. I
get
didn't,
his old bag for his actual frame pack. to then
I
come back
didn't
down.
transfer all my archery stuff over from the Arsenal pack to my Mystery Ranch
Yeah.
frame pack. So I had to go back, get the frame pack, transfer some stuff over, go all the way back in, pack the deer all the way back out. I did that twice.
I
by
only
the
ever
way.
carry my Mystery Ranch anymore, dude.
I know,
Oh,
but,
it's so
but
much
like
better.
that Arsenal pack's so nice, dude. I love it, and all my stuff's in there. Now,
I
they all
like
have a
having the
place.
ability
Oh,
to
I know.
do it, man.
Trust me, I didn't think with where we were at we would ever have to pack out a deer. I had the cart, I had a sled. We were good until
it
this
runs
deer
300
ran
yards down into a ravine.
way
Yeah,
farther.
yeah.
Yeah, it was over a
It
mile.
was- it
Over
was
a mile.
way further than that. Trust
I
me.
mean, after he shot that deer and he basically chopped it up and got it all game bagged out, I probably will refuse to ever drag a deer again. Like I went out, I bought some game bags.
It's nice.
And I watched him do it, and then watched some videos. So I was hoping
Gutless.
sometime in this
Yeah.
later season here to like shoot one and then practice it, like completely take it apart and just take it out myself.
Well, good thing we have Thursday.
Which is funny because the one message I did get through to Bill on the satellite was, stay at the deer, don't touch it, don't gut it. That was my one message I got through to him.
You know what I've never done? Gut a deer. You know what I wasn't going to do without him there? Gut a deer.
Perfect.
I didn't want anything messing it up. So
I busted out the YouTube and I started just cutting away.
You showed up and it was like one of those like hibachi tables set up. And Bill was flipping all kinds of weird shit and stuff. It was
he
kinda
had caught
cool.
a
Yum yum
salmon.
sauce.
He had caught a king salmon in the creek. It was crazy,
It was actually
dude.
pretty sweet.
Yeah. So I was, we had a great weekend. We go home. I invite the boys to Los Amigos dinner. And in the back of my mind, initially I wanted to just go down to 2B and hunt.
Hold on. The next day, it's day 2. We're in the woods. Charles takes us out in the woods, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is where we're gonna be." And then I get a text from Cibelli that actually came through that says, "There are no deer in these woods for 20 miles." We did not see a single deer that day.
Yeah, the second day was
Barely
rough.
any gunshots.
I didn't even bring it up.
For me, opening weekend was rough.
Oh, buddy.
Because I did
was
not
bad.
see a deer.
No,
for
we went
2
out the evening and had that little 4-point.
Oh yeah, all right.
We had
yeah.
that 4-point at like 20 yards come right past us.
It was
speed
one of
right
those
past
moments
us.
where we were kind of looking different directions, and when somebody's near you sees a deer, like they've got like that little perk with their like shoulders, and I could see him looking at something, and then he picked up his gun and got on the scope. Now I'm the only person that around us that hunts with a suppressor. Charles' muzzle was roughly close to my head, and
nowhere near you.
and has
Big old break on
has a
it.
giant ass
yeah.
break. So I don't even consider turning to look at this deer. I just like cartoon character plug my ears and just stare at him. And then the whole time he's then like trying to do like sign language and like
Trying to tell him it's a buck.
he's like trying to tell me
buck,
that
like-
it's, and I'm like trying to read his lips. I'm like, no, I don't want to fuck. I don't want to. And he's like looking at this animal. And then finally I turned and looked and I saw it and I was counting it too. And I was like, yeah, but this little 4-point walked like 15 yards from us and just stopped and just was staring at us, just probably bewildered from getting pushed for the last 2 days
Yeah,
straight.
poor thing.
And he's like, "What are you guys even real? Like, what is happening?"
It
And then
was
it just
late.
it was really, really late, and it just walked off.
Yeah.
But that was open.
That was
weekend.
pretty
It
much
was
it,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was it, man. I was like, whatever, dude. We had a good weekend. And throughout the week, I was kind of thinking, like, what should we do? Because we can go to 2B, but like Bill and I would have to share a gun. He has the buck tag. I have a doe tag. No big deal. We could sit together, share a gun.
Oh, yeah.
And in the back of my mind, I was like, I wonder if the boys would be up for a day trip to the camp. So let me invite them to Los Amigos and put this sick thought into their mind.
You bastard, you.
I was on board
Immediately.
I'm on board with that.
Well, once Bill got
You
his
mean
bloodlust
we're gonna
in,
go
yeah.
kill another one?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Bill was like,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes,
let's
of
do it. We're
course.
going to the camp. I was like, hell yeah, Bill. That's what I'm talking about. Cibelli's like, nope. I refuse to get up that
Yeah.
early. I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, come on. I'll text my buddy Adam, a damn Rayhart.
A damn
I'll see
Rayhart.
if he'll meet me up. He's like, nope. I'm not going. I'm not. You boys have fun. I'm like, you're going. Like, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, there was no option. I was telling him like,
It was in
you're
between
going.
sour cream bites that Bill was like, "You son of a bitch, you're coming
Yeah,
out."
I mean, I'm at Los
You're
Amigos.
coming out.
I don't even order food. I just get 6 sides of sour cream.
Yeah, it's
Go to
kind of
town.
weird. Every time they come out and they're like, "Sir, did you
More-
get 6
more-
sour creams?
More sour cream, sir?
He's like, yeah, keep it coming too.
Hit me again.
Every 6 minutes, give me 2
Sour
sour
cream.
creams. And after that, every 3 minutes, bring me another sour cream.
Nice
Like,
reference.
It's a solid one. in
I was
there.
like, all right, dude. Yeah, whatever. So I'm like, dude, you're going. Cibelli, you're going. I don't care. You don't have an option. He's like, all right, I'll go, but you're driving.
You're
I said,
driving.
okay, dude, I don't care. I'm driving. Let's go. But then I was like, but I only have a truck that can fit 2 people.
Mhm.
So someone else is going to have to drive.
I just took the Bronco up. I didn't care.
Bill's
I
like,
don't
I'm good.
care. I'll drive.
I'll take
I
the
don't-
Bronco. But I was like, dude, I don't know. That back road getting in there was.
My Bronco did better than his truck.
No, it did.
Yes, it did.
Okay.
I didn't spin once all he was doing was throwing mud at me.
That was on purpose, though.
Yeah, that was a purpose.
Chuck was talking about how he wanted to kind of dirty up a little bit.
I was like,
I
I got to
wasn't even
clean
in
up this
for real.
reindeer behind me before someone starts shooting at us.
That is true.
This Bronco's got antlers on it.
Mhm.
You
We got a
know,
little nervous. Yeah, we got a little nervous.
It's got antlers. It's
Listen,
got
we saw
everything
some
you
Amish
don't
pushes
want.
earlier in the day, and I got a little nervous that somebody might mistake that Bronco.
Yeah, you never know.
Got a
man.
big red nose on the front of it.
Yeah. Everything you don't want to see in the woods. This is that Bronco following us. I'm like, but the road was actually opening day, that road was bad. After about a week of people packing it down, it got cold.
Yeah.
It's actually beautiful. The road was in great shape getting back in there. So we kind of come up with a game plan. I'm going to send Cibelli and Bill in back to where we were at, where Bill shot his doe. Adam and I were going to go around the other way and kind of hunt a different new area together. And I kind of built, I'm going to take a little credit here. Okay. I built the game plan and said, Cibelli, go here. But if you're too close to Bill, I need you to go here because this is where all the deer funneled. And that was pretty much it. I went around with Adam. Adam and I sat together. We didn't see a damn deer.
Yeah, it's a shame.
At some point, we got up and started walking, and we did like a self push to each other. He saw a really nice buck. Neither of us had buck tags. And I saw a ton of fresh. So I'm taking pictures. There's like a scrape with piss in it. And I'm like, dude, there's deer that were just here. Like, I want to follow these fresh tracks because they are so little. And my mouth was watering. I'm like,
He wanted them
that
tenders.
deer's like 30 pounds. I'll
Yeah.
throw it on my shoulder. We won't even have to
You
pack her out of
savage.
here. I'm like, I want to follow them, but they're going right towards the belly.
Yeah, boy.
So I couldn't, and that was really my day.
Yeah, I mean, that was another just gorgeous day. Like, it was just perfect out there. There's that little layer of snow on everything. It wasn't like too crunchy. It was just the perfect amount of being able to like walk around and not make too much noise. So I basically ended up taking Bill and I to roughly where Chuck and Bill were the previous week. But like Chuck had said, maybe push a little bit further in to get like a better shot at where all those deer were crossing. So I ended up, when we first went in, I put Bill another 50, 70 yards further up from where he was the previous week. I said, all right, man, I'm just going to walk like 150 yards this direction. Just keep an eye basically about where I'm walking. I'm going to be in line with you, and we're going to be facing where all those deer had come out the previous week. So I walk another 100, 150 yards. I sit down, find a nice little spot.
I'm sitting there. Let me tell you, from my perspective, I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, I got a great view here. I'm looking. I can see decent in both directions. I don't see Cibelli at all. I stand up to take a piss. I look to the left. I can see him. I can see him.
I apparently didn't walk as far as I thought I would because I was
He
like,
walked about 50 yards. That was about it.
I was trying to stay as quiet as possible walking. And in my mind, I had traveled further than what I initially had traveled, what I wanted to. So I turn around too, and roughly the same time, because I know I can't text him. I'm literally 75 yards away from him, and I know he's not going to get the text. So like, I stand up to kind of stretch out and look around a little bit, and I turn and I go, damn it, is that Bill? And I'm like looking, and we're like looking at each other, like waving at each other, and I'm like, shit.
At the moment, I stood up to piss. Like, we both stood up at the same time.
It was-
we had a line.
Yeah, it was one of those weird things where like if we had moved 3 degrees either direction, we wouldn't be able to see each other, but we perfectly coalesced and saw each other. And I went, oh shit. So I like waved at him, picked up my pack and my little seat, and I was like, all right. And I just did a hand motion where I'm going that way. So just got all my stuff, just walked another, 75, 100 yards, if that, because I didn't want to get too far away from him.
I never saw him again. From the moment we locked eyes, never saw him again.
Yeah.
Thought
That's
he
how
sat
I wanted
back
it.
down.
Yeah.
Thought he sat back down.
Nah.
Didn't even know he moved.
Disappear. So like I knew in the back of my mind, all right, I'm not going to be able to talk to him. I don't want to get too far away from him just in case we do get separated, because I know I'll never reach him again unless it's visual contact. So I just walk another 7,500 yards. Now, unbeknownst to me, I'm roughly where Rockman went, because I find and it couldn't have been more of a comfortable, absolutely perfect spot to sit. It looked like something out of Stonehenge. That was like a perfectly rectangular rock that had a tree right up against it. So I just cleared a little spot to put my little pad down, rested my back right on a tree, perfect little spot, looking down a little bit of a ravine. there's a really, really dark section of the woods to my left that's almost like pitch black. Even though the sun's come up, it's just so much overgrowth, and it was like a mixture of pine and some other stuff. No light was getting in there. And I was like, I'm not going to worry too much about that spot. I'll look at this open spot. About 20 minutes goes by. I'm sitting there, and it's just one of those moments where you're looking one direction and you look back, and you look back the other direction, and you look back, and then there's just fucking 7 deer bayonet charging you. Ah! Just coming straight through the woods. And I'm like, holy shit. I, reach for my gun, pull up. But by then, out of that extremely, extremely dark section of the woods that I wasn't paying attention to, a bunch of doe came just blazing past me. And I'm like, it's one of those things where you're like, okay, I'm going to try to shoot. No. Okay, I'm going to shoot maybe at that one. And then I saw one in the back had horns. So I tried to follow that. Now in the back of my mind too, now literally about 5 or 6 deer have run past me. And I passed up the shots because like Chuck said earlier, I didn't want to take a shot at anything that was moving too fast. But now I'm thinking, oh shit, they're running right at Bill. Any second now, I'm going to hear Bill start just popping off like a madman, because the buck and this other doe had run right to where he was aiming. The other couple doe that ran behind me circled through a slash and were running right at Bill. So now I'm just kind of tucking my elbows into the tree, just hoping, worst case scenario, if a bullet comes my way, I'm going to be able to, duck it or let the tree take the brunt for us. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, any second now. Then another minute goes by. I'm like, all right, any second now. Here we come. Here we go. Here we go. Here comes Bill. Shot. Here we come, Bill. Another 2-3 minutes go by. Okay. Come on, Bill. Maybe Bill's.
They still hadn't made it to me at this point because I never saw those deer until after you shot.
Yeah. So what ended up happening was I think that these couple doe, it looked like a mature doe and like 2 smaller doe that were following her. They ran into this slash and they probably just fucking frozen there, and they were like, who was that dude we just ran by? Did anybody else see that guy? That dude looked scared as shit, because I was terrified.
He was on that little rock. He was hiding.
It was real weird. It was some rock guy. And then the buck the buck and those other 2 doe probably either just circled way further out in front of you than I thought. But regardless, they all went by and no shots, rang out. So I was like, all right, well, whatever. At least I didn't get shot or anything. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking the spot that I'm looking into, this like draw coming up out of this bottom. I was like, that's
the spot.
That's still the spot, man. I had that Bill intuition. I was like, that deer is coming right out of there. And I'm like, well, maybe I should pay attention where all those deer came out of just like 20 minutes prior. So I'm sitting there and I'm still looking down the draw. And then just once again, it's just one of those things where something just said, hey, turn and look. So I turn, and right out of that extremely, extremely dark section of the woods there, real slow, I could just see a head just kind of like come up out of the bottom of just moving around on the ground, just probably just looking for food or whatever. And I saw it had horns, and I was like, all right. So I did my little slow turn and looked that direction. And my deer rifle is just a 1-4. So just put it up to 4. This deer was like, it was like 75 yards away, if that. Slow walking, wasn't running, had no clue I was there. Slow walk towards me. I pulled up on it, and I had just seen the right side of the deer, which had its just a main 3 points I saw coming up, not even the brow tine. So I was like, in my mind already, it could have been absolutely bare on the other side. It was getting it. So
I love your enthusiasm.
No, at that point I was like,
target acquired.
We're back. Made it another 10-15 yards. So now it's like maybe at like 50-60 yards max. Kind of quartering towards me, but it had kind of had its head down the whole way. I don't know if it was like trailing the doe and smelling the doe coming towards me from that had just bum rushed me a little bit ago, but it found a little bit of an open path and just started walking towards me, settled right on its back, on its shoulder, pulled the trigger, giant ass mule kick, turned and just disappeared. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like I felt real good about that shot. I mean, it was barely moving at that distance. I know my gun's on. I'm not going to miss that. I let the shot go. I'm sitting there. Deer turns and runs over the hill down into that gully that I was waiting for something to come out of. So now I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, I got that deer. That deer's dead. Now I'm thinking to myself, that deer's running right to it. And because then I brought up my Onyx and I'm like, all right, that deer's running exactly to where Bill's deer ran. I was like, I don't like this because I know that pack out. That's not going to, and this is a larger deer. I was like, this is not going to be fun. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like now hoping that deer just stumbled and died like 20 yards over this lip. So I'm waiting there a little bit. I'm now trying to text and call Bill. I'm like, what the fuck is fucking Bill and his reception? He can't get anything.
So right before I hear his gunshot, because I, again, still didn't know that he moved.
Which is beautiful sounding, by the way, because it has a suppressor on it. And just
So
went,
it was...
I never heard it.
exactly.
Right. Like
I
it
had my
sound-
ears in though.
It sounded close, but it also sounded quiet. But I still thought he was behind those trees. I'm standing up. I had my gun sat down because I'm trying to find my vape.
We're at that point in the hunt.
I'm searching through all my pockets. I'm like, oh, where's my vape? Where's my vape? And then I hear the gunshot. I'm like, oh, crap. So I take my hands out of my pocket and I pick my gun up. I take my hands out of my pocket, I pick my gun up, and I look up, and there's deer right in front of me because they ran up and they stopped and they looked at me. But they're right in front of where Cibelli was supposed to be. So I didn't shoot because he was supposed to be on the other side of him. And then they took off. They ran away. Gone.
They ran away.
They stopped. They stood there for probably a good enough time to shoot twice. But because I thought Cibelli was there, I didn't shoot, and I didn't even know he moved. Because
What a guy! This guy.
It's
huh?
crazy.
It would have been
because
nice to see my 308 eat.
I never even saw him move. And then I'm sitting there and I'm like, this sucks. This sucks real bad. And then I see him and Adam coming up with a pack out kit or whatever they had on them. And they're like making, ooh, ooh,
Oh,
making
yeah.
owl noises.
Instantaneously, we start just communicating via nature to each other.
Well, yeah, because we see Cibelli and we told him not to move. Don't move till we get there. We're on our way. And we see him walking around. And we're like, what? And then he goes down over the hill and we walk up there and he's gone. We can see a long ways. We don't see anybody. I'm like, we're like, dude, did he die? Like, did he fall into the crevasse? and
He just kept
disappeared?
vanishing.
Mhm.
Literally just
Guys,
disappeared.
I'm that good now.
No, you're not.
No,
You weren't supposed to move. You were
Oh.
supposed to be sitting in your spot. And
Are we
you're
sh-
you're
you
up
sure?
and moving. So I'm like, "Hoo, hoo, hoo, hoo," and he does it back. And I'm like, he's over there. We walk up over, and there he is standing. I'm like, what is happening? Right? This
Meanwhile,
place is
I hear
like a wormhole.
the owl hooting, so I gave him a bird whistle back.
Which I
And yeah,
thought I
and then
heard,
at that
but
point,
it was
I didn't
weird.
know that was him. So I'm like, holy shit, I've got the entirety of nature now answering my beck and call because I'm giving owl hoots out. I'm getting owl hoots from him. I'm getting
Bird calls.
Bird whistles,
kookaburra
yeah.
calls from him or whatever that animal was he was trying to mimic. I'm like, I'm truly one with nature at this point.
Yeah. Well, that's what you felt anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, and then we well, hey man, let me live my
I
let me live my
You're really
truth
just
for a little
talking to a
bit.
couple fat guys. In the
Yeah,
woods.
that is true. But what ended up happening was I had just literally before they showed up, I finally was like, it was like a half hour after I shot the deer. I was like, well, I'm gonna at least go check the hit site and see what's going on. A little bit of blood. You could see where the deer like dug his ass, just put his feet in the ground and turned and bolted.
Oh yeah.
And I followed him like maybe 10, 15 yards over this hill. And I was like, okay, there's a little bit of blood and then some hoof marks. And then I'm looking around and I'm going, I don't see any more tracks. Like I went like 10, 15 yards this way, 10, 15 yards this way, 10, 15 yards this way. And I'm like circling back because now I'm getting nervous. I'm like, I shot the only levitating deer in Pennsylvania. I was like, this is but like this deer climbed a tree. Like it's gone. Like I'm never going to find this deer. And then what ended up happening was, I mean, my man was just in a full death sprint downhill. And I just wasn't used to how far apart.
They can
Those
cover
prints-
ground, dude.
Dude, he was.
Dude, I ain't never seen anything like it. Plus, he's running full tilt and going downhill.
He's just
We're looking, and Adam and I show up, and we can see kind of the path the deer took. Like, you can tell where he was landing, because, I mean, I'm not kidding you. I don't want to exaggerate this. 10, 15 yards apart.
jeez.
Were his tracks at times. And you can see, like, little blood droplets
Yeah,
in
just
between them
randomly
where
along the way.
he is just getting it. My dude is getting it. And I'm like, well, that's a good sign. You know, I'm looking at it and we're like, this deer's dead. Adam and
I mean, in
talking
the
to
back
each
of my
other.
mind, though, I'm like, oh shit, this deer's alive.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not
I
seeing.
can tell he's getting nervous. He's
I'm
like,
not
is that a
seeing
good
any.
sign?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not seeing any blood, like barely any blood. Like you're seeing like some trickles here and there, but I'm like, I shot this deer. Like I know I shot it well too. I was like, shouldn't I be seeing like movie style quality blood at this point? Like,
not at the speed he's traveling and how far. The fact that we're finding blood is incredible. Like, because he's literally jumping just
leaps and bounds.
It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. I really haven't. I've never seen a deer jump that far between marks. And he's getting it. I'm like, well, I'd be concerned if he slows down, is when I would get concerned, which
He didn't.
he didn't do.
Well, he did when he died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, this dude's going to be any minute. Like, the leaps got closer, but he's still just getting it. You can kind of see where he was going. And I look up, and I just see dark rack
Ooh.
buried down in this wet, like, runoff that starts going down, because we're side hill in this freaking gorge. And a runoff goes down, and it's one of them ones where it's like all wet there.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
He aggro cragged us.
That dude was just buried up against like a down tree.
He hit hard.
He got clobbered.
He absolutely folded himself in half under this tree. Like he
Full
just,
scorpion.
oh yeah, like just twisted and turned. I was like, dude, there he is. And yeah, the rest was a party, man.
Yeah. It was when we first got up to it, I was like, oh yeah, finally I got a nice larger deer. Because once again, the only deer I have up to this point, buck wise, was the one I shot up roughly kind of in the same vicinity.
That was a nice buck.
2 years
Very
ago.
nice
Yeah,
buck. Nice buck.
it's a nice little 8-point basket, like mountain buck.
Nah, it's no
No?
basket.
Yeah,
No, that's a nice buck. That's a
dude.
nice buck.
It's a very respect. A lot of people would be happy with that buck every single year.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what I'm
you
talking
still,
about.
oh, you still
Yeah.
think that one?
Yeah,
Hell
absolutely.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
I consider
That
that
is
one
a
small.
great-
But
It was a great buck.
That's an 8-point that's guaranteed going over 110, 115
okay.
inches.
Well, that
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
me feel a
As
little
an
bit better.
8-point.
Yeah. So
That's a
so
stud.
this year when we walked up on this one, the first side that I saw, it was 5 on the one side. So I was like, oh hell yeah. So I'm like, once again, he fucking absolutely just buried himself under there. So I'm trying to like get his head out from under this branch and freaking drag
Him
his
and
ass
Adam are
up.
both like pulling on the
We're
thing.
just like
Get him
jigsawing
out.
his head out of this trap. And then when we got him out, then he was only a 3 on the other side. Didn't even have a brow tine on the, what was it?
His right side, right?
No, it was
his
yeah,
left
yeah,
side
the
was
right side.
showing.
Yeah, yeah, the right side was the one that didn't have a brow tine. So it was just it was a nice 5x3. So I was happy with it.
That's an 8-point. We're not out west.
Yeah, no. No, your boy calls it like he sees it.
It was an 8-point, but it was a
3.
5 on one, 3 on the other.
I can math.
Dude, dark antlers, beautiful deer.
That's
Like,
awesome, dude.
What a
Yeah,
pretty buck.
Yeah. Then we lobbed his head off. And then I
We
forced
took
them
some
both to
pictures.
pack. Yeah, we got some good photos. And then once again, I watched them absolutely just tear this deer apart. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. I was like, I can't wait to do that next time.
Thank God Adam was there for the second one.
Really?
Dude, my back was killing me after that first
Adam's
one
a
I
beast,
did.
dude.
He and I, like, we knew what we were doing. We both have done it before, so we were just like, I was like, yep, you work
Was
on
that
that,
noise
I'll
again
work
you
on
made
this.
while you worked on it? Okay, yeah.
You know, that's what sharp knives sound like. You wouldn't know.
You son of a bitch. My knives are sharp.
Mine
Not
wasn't
2
that
years
sharp.
ago. Yeah.
It was pretty dull after cutting up his deer.
Yeah.
But Adam,
Mine wouldn't cut anything.
yeah,
It wouldn't have cut butter.
Bring it to me. I'll sharpen it for you.
Yeah.
Adam was, he had that kickapoo.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, dude, that thing is nice.
Thing's
Yeah.
a laser beam.
Yeah, we just we diced her up, put her in the game bags. We
Put him in the please.
him. Sorry,
Yeah,
my
please
bad, dude.
get the
Yeah,
gender.
I was
Come
still on
on.
the last one.
That's all right.
I don't like to
appreciate-
assume. I don't,
I don't
like
like
him,
you
her.
misgendering my kill. Thanks, I appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, put him in the game bags, and I didn't have to pack any out, so I was cool. I just had to carry some gear.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Just once again, didn't have my pack out.
That
Pack on
Kafaru
me.
comes through, boy.
Boy.
Somehow Adam ended up with the deer head on his back.
Yeah,
though.
I
It
couldn't
was-
fit any more freaking deer on my
So he
on my
wore
pack.
the deer wore Wait Till Distraction podcast hat
Mhm,
out, an orange hat
mhm.
out, so
Heck
Adam
yeah.
wouldn't get shot
Yeah, I got a good
by
photo
any
of
other
that,
dudes
too.
on the rock. So it seemed funny enough where the deer died, right in front of that guy's rock.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
I'm not kidding.
That whole vicinity was.
I looked up
good
and I went, "Oh, that's that guy's rock."
Yeah, because it made no sense after the fact. Because even like how he mentioned earlier, like you would never think a deer to go in this area. I mean, I still don't
Not
think a deer's.
rifle.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
make sense. Like it would be a good bow spot.
Yeah.
Because there's like a little pinch point where that rock stops, and then there's like a little pinch area, maybe 10 yards wide, and then it just drops off. And there's a lot of deer tracks going through there, but I don't know. Maybe he was waiting for him to come up out of that bottom, kind of like what Cibelli was saying.
I mean, you could,
Which makes
you could
sense.
see it from where he was sitting. It would have
Yeah.
been a little bit of a poke for
And he
like
could
a shot
see out and
yeah.
across to
Yeah.
the other side, he was in a great spot. The guy on the other side, not so sure.
Yeah.
Upstairs
Oh,
or outside.
Oh, we'll get.
If
I'll,
you
I'll
wanted to
take
use
you up on
potty.
one.
yeah.
But
That's all right. But yeah, that was the end of that. I mean, I was
We're there
I was-
anyway.
I was
Yeah.
definitely happy Chuck forced me to go.
I sure did force
Yeah.
you to go.
And
You
on the
did
way
that.
out of the woods, they did not find me in my spot.
Yeah.
No, Bill had moved again.
Bill had
Bill moved again.
I
Yeah.
had an absolute temper tantrum. I was like, I miss these deer because I'm searching for my vape, and I thought Cibelli was there, and then they come trekking through the woods. I think they're deer because I hear them coming, and they weren't. They were people. It was Adam and Charles, and then I wait about 10 minutes. I'm like, screw this. I'm going back to my car and warming up.
Get a
I'm not
message
going to see
from-
anything in here.
Get a message from Bill. I'm back at the truck. I was like, well, at least
yeah, at
maybe,
least we know where he is.
yeah, like okay, he's accounted for. We're good. We packed him out. Bill was at the truck, and then like we kind of hawed around. We go back on. I was like, hey guys, I got an idea. How about breakfast at the Kelly?
Oh, was that
That was
so
such a good idea.
It was
good.
such a good idea. It was technically lunch at that point, but yeah,
That's so awesome. That's so awesome.
I think Kelly's good for a good deer hunting friendly place to be.
And that got us to where we're at now in late season. Now just stomping around with flintlocks and trying to restructure my bow setup to maybe sling one or two more.
See what happens.
I like it. I like it.
It was a hell of a week.
It
Put that
sounds
way.
like it.
It was fun. We had a lot of fun
Yeah.
between the three
A
of
lot
us.
of memories made.
Yes.
Yep.
Traditions, maybe?
Maybe we'll
Yeah.
see. Maybe we beat that guy to the Rock next year.
Yeah, piss on that, dude.
Yeah, but all right. I like it.
He's putting a bow on it.
He's putting a bow on it.
I'm putting a bow on it.
All right, man. Well, thank you boys for coming anyways.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
Great stories.
Okay, love you. Bye. Until next week.
The distraction is real. Jeez.